Oh, crap, I forget there's not an ending to that one. Hello! Dang it, Pogo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. That's right. My name is Dara Moose, or Dara for short, because honestly, people like to say Dara Mouth for a weird reason, and we're all past first grade now, kids. Come on, all right? Grandpa's getting a little too old for this. But anyway, hello, Miss Sonia. Anyway, hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Of course, I'm joined. Doesn't have his face, but it's okay. We'll hear him. The Goon Room is in the chat. Hello there, good sir.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yo, yo, yo. So that's the funny thing is that your actual name thing and your actual your username and your channel name are quite different. So what? So what?
I actually, yeah, I fucked up and got them mixed up. So, yeah, that's what happened with that.
Because I look at your because I know their Rumble Studio shows like the actual thing versus the in the Rumble chat, and I was like, hey Treddy, and I'm like, is he like?
Well, that's my
hatred of-
So that's my main profile, and
Yeah.
I had the Rumble account for a while, and I was like,
Uh,
or I'll just make the channels,
yeah. No, I
and
was
that's
just.
how it happened.
Oh, okay. No, I was just like looking. It's like, is he hating on something? What's going on here? I
It's
don't
actually a Death Clock song.
really.
Yeah, and like I used that for a WoW character a long time ago, and it just stuck.
Death Clock. Is that like
Do you remember the cartoon Metalocalypse?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
It's like they were like these heavy because it was on Cartoon Network that was on, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's where I got it from, and then I heard the song, and I was like, "Ooh, I like that." So yeah, that's how
Yeah.
that came about.
Yeah, because I remember, of course, it's a show not for kids. Let's just be honest. It's a show not for kids. There were some scenes, there were some episodes where it was like it was really dark.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
dumping boiling hot coffee on people and
oh,
murdering people every single chance they got.
hey, Putin. Well, no, it was like there was one I remember where, but there was a worse show out there. It's called Mr. Pickles. That was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
bad.
the
Oh,
Satan-driven dog.
oh Lord, that was. I never watched any more episodes after that, but I was
Oh,
like,
dude, that show was awesome.
ugh. I was feeling sick to my stomach after a while. Hey, Putinbot. Oh, no. Oh, hey, Putinbot. How are you? Um, but no, I remember watching that one. Of course, there were a lot of different things on Adult Swim, and I didn't really have cable, right? Like Adult Swim is the Cartoon Network sort of
The
thing.
adult version of it,
Yeah,
yeah.
the adult version. Of course,
That's
there
where
was
they,
two. Yeah,
yeah, there was Toonami, but I think the animation started on Adult Swim and
yeah.
then bled into Toonami later.
Isn't I'm not sure, but no, that was a different show. But it's just yeah, I just remember someone's like I know that what was it Moral Oral was another one of
Yes.
their shows. That was an interesting show in itself. Um the way you
Yeah,
have
where they were all like inbred and all that other shit.
uh
Yeah, this is
and
pretty fucked.
there's only so much. Then there was the Squidbillies. That was another one. That was whoa, oh man.
Racist redneck squids. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had some weird stuff happen to them. Some videos I'll be looking to one of I've been, hey, thank you, good sir. I appreciate it. But long time no see. Um, but okay, then what was it? There was another one where it was this weird 3D adventure with like this guy with backward knees, it's like Isaac something. Um, he talked like, and then there was a sky and everything went dark, and I can't remember the name
I
of
don't
that
think I
show.
watched that one.
Yeah, it was one of those shows. There was one. Now I will say this: there was one show that I did like to see that was on Adult Swim, but they haven't really. They really did like one season. It was Apollo Gauntlet.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that one was fucking awesome.
oh my gosh, because I watched the series on YouTube because it was put on series and the guy and stuff, and he got picked up by Adult Swim, and it was only one season. I don't really know if they've ever said why that was, because I mean it had some worth to it because the singing stuff. Um, and I gotta turn him into a lady now. Uh oh. But yeah, that was one I liked, and of course we all know Rick and Morty. Obviously, that was another one on Adult
Yeah.
Swim.
Well, you had what was it? Inuyasha, Samurai Champloo.
Oh, but that's more Toonami though, isn't it?
No, no, that they were originally on Adult Swim.
Okay. Well, Boondocks. Don't forget Boondocks. Boondocks is another one.
Adult Swim.
Yeah. Never really watched it. But I will say the for Shantarai, I don't know if you're into that sort of area of like anime stuff.
Oh,
But
I watched pretty much everything, man.
oh goodness, we're gonna get to a lot of stories. Never gotten any of those. Yeah, it's understandable. Like again, Samurai Champloo was very. It's very can get very gory to some degree. It is very. Huh. But I really like the intro song that was done by Nujabes because he
Yeah,
sort of like a
yeah.
sampley
Didn't he
stuff.
pass away?
Yeah, he passed away years ago.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
like he did
Yeah.
a lot of music, and actually a lot of that music was really good.
Oh yeah. I always go back to Battle Cry because that's always
Yeah,
the
yeah, it was a good
he.
song.
Yeah, it was, and I know he did some other stuff too, but it's not as reaching as say Battle Cry because
Well,
one it was.
the opening to that show and then the ending of that show, the
Was
outro to it,
yeah.
both of them were good.
Okay, I can't. No, hey, I'm right there with you. I can't handle gore. It's the same thing. I don't like horror movies. Horror movies rely a lot on gore. Now they do. Some of them do rely on a little mystery, a little psychological thriller, but majority of not that people love are gore and just bloody. And I can't. I
I want to
can't.
show her Tokyo Ghoul, but she just
I don't even want to touch that one. I've
dude,
seen
that
bits of
one
it.
is
I don't.
awesome, man.
I'm not even interested in that road. But oh, see you later, Miss Sparkles. Have a good one.
Yeah, she
Um,
doesn't like me. She loves the uwoos though,
oh, she doesn't. Why does she didn't like you? Why does Miss
because
Sparkles
I
not like?
uwoo her all the time.
Aw, that's sad. She's kind of. I mean, she's very. Uh,
Nah, she's awesome.
yeah, Miss Sparkle. I saw Miss Sparkles on Ryan Rogers' show. Is reality based. But she seems more like a IDGAF person, basically. And
Until you uwoo her.
well, I don't plan on oohing someone who can just look at you and want you dead. I want to keep it a very
Well, you should.
I want to keep it
This
very
is
simple.
funny.
I want to live to see tomorrow. That's my goal. But yeah. So I did see some of. She, I will say this though. Yes, she does. Look at that. Sonia backed me up. Oh, there we go. Okay. But I will say though, the ending of Samurai Champloo was so
Bullshit.
it was like okay, so someone who doesn't know, it's been out forever, at least. I think it's been over like 2 decades now that Samurai Champloo. The series ends in that I think they don't find the brother, or at least she finds out that he's dead. I think it is. The one who smells like sunflowers, I think is
Well,
the
I think that's her dad.
no, it was her brother. I think
Was
it
it
was
her
her brother.
brother?
Yeah, it was her
I,
brother she was looking
it's been
for.
forever.
Yeah, and I think either she found out he was dead or had moved on or whatever. And towards the end, towards the end, like they get to the end, they get through all this stuff, and all of a sudden they just go their separate ways. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, it was a cliffhanger.
what what just happened here? I was like, these three had built something together, and all of a sudden, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're gone.
yeah, and then they're out of them. I'm just like, what the hell is this? You can't. I'm just like, and you see, and they do show like at the end credits, like them going their separate ways and stuff. But it's like you put all that effort into the story of three strangers, mind you. These are three strangers, right? And through this series of events to find her brother who smells like sunflowers, they go through this whole story. They get to the end. They find out the truth of her brother, what happened, whatever. They get to the end, and they're like, "See ya." And it's just like,
Yeah,
what the hell was all that for?
yeah, have a good time. Glad you were watching. Goodbye.
It was like one of the weirdest. I mean, there are some animes out there that have worser endings or greater depending on
Wouldn't
like
even really call that an ending.
yeah, it's sort of like is there supposed to be more after this? Is this all there is?
No, no, I don't even think the manga continued after that. I think it was just done.
Oh, that was just a side, and I think people there are some people who can agree that AOT was kind of pushing their luck with the anime. So
Uh,
Attack on Titan,
yeah, I never watched it. I had no interest. It's the same. It's up there with One Piece. No, I'm good.
yeah. Yeah, I've not watched One Piece either, but man, seeing some of the episodes where Aggie goes in like fifth gear has been pretty interesting.
Nope, not even interested. I'm good.
Did you even see the live version of it or no?
Nope. No, I refuse.
I hear you. I hear you. You're like one and done, and I'm out.
I
Um,
don't want to watch 300 episodes for it to get good. And no, I'm good.
yeah, that's understandable, but it's just yeah, that was the first anime where it was just like this does not make any sense why they would just end it this way. Oh my gosh. But you know what it is what it is. And then I saw like there were bits and pieces I saw of like what was that? No, Black Afro, I think it was the one that had
Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai, the one with the Samuel
Yep.
L. Jackson in it. That was interesting. I didn't
Did you
think.
ever play the game?
No, I didn't. I only watched like maybe an episode or
Yeah,
two.
the game was about as fucked up as the anime was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
See, for me, it was interesting in the sense of they've got a celebrity to do a voicing. Now, obviously, we can go back to the Ghibli stuff, and they've had plenty of celebrity voices do that. But this is for an anime series, and then that added the loser on that.
Just get fucked, Levistro.
I see you, Levistro. But it's sort of this thing where, again, you have the Ghibli, Pixar, and all that stuff, and they had celebrities do voices. But this is a series, not a movie, so there's a difference. But this is, I think, the first time I've ever heard them have a celebrity, considered a celebrity, on to voice a anime in the basic form.
Well, you had the granddad as well from the Boondocks. He did a lot of voice acting for Ice Cube.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And then Cat Williams was in it as well.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, that's Boondocks, though. I don't know if I
An
could
anime.
animation. I don't. It's not done by the.
I would
There's
consider it anime.
You can have your thing, but the what was it? But yeah, that was the first time I ever heard of a celebrity voicing an anime. And of course, the funny thing too is with Samuel L. Jackson, he knows about the Arrow stuff, the
Yeah.
adult stuff. I'm just like, this guy is just saying it nonchalantly, and I'm just like, you do realize that some of the stuff in Arrow anime, R18 stuff would get people in trouble, and there's also been all these fights and wars and all this stuff about it, and I'm just like, this dude is saying it nonchalantly, and I'm like, holy crap.
Well, yeah. Normally, when you have celebrities that promote those types of games, they
Yeah,
get in trouble, which is just kind of retarded because like a lot of the R18 stuff led
yeah.
pretty much jiggle physics for video games came from
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I mean, there's the Stellar Blade too. That one's pretty interesting. But I didn't get it for the ladies. I got it because I wanted to try it
Don't
out.
lie.
No, well, okay, a little bit, but still, the
Yeah.
point,
See.
the point of well, they're pretty to look at. But the point of the matter is that it is taking so stinking long to download. It's so stinking long. I'm only like 60% in of downloading it, and I'm just like, come on.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play it just because of the fact that I played and beaten it on PlayStation, and I have a thing with a certain program I don't like, and I should be
Steam
able to mod my games. No, it's
is a
what is that?
DRM.
Denuvo.
Denuva. I've never. What is that?
That's their anti-piracy bullshit.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like de nouveau sounds like something that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But it's just something completely different. But I didn't know that. I know that GOG or GOG has their own DRM free stuff.
Yeah,
There's that.
which is good. That's a
Yeah,
good thing.
yeah. Because I have games from, of course, I have games from Steam. I have some games from Epic Store, obviously. And then
I got into an argument with somebody over the whole "you don't own your games" thing on X the one day, and I told them I was like, well, if I don't own my games, then sailing the high seas isn't illegal anymore.
I can see, yeah, I can see that. I mean, for me, and this is just coming from me, I I kind of get that remark because in the end, you kind of don't. I mean, obviously, you can't take them with you. Obviously,
Well, I
um,
mean, like if you're playing on PC and you have
yeah,
the files, with
yeah,
the exception of online games,
yeah,
if
online,
you
yeah,
have the files, you still own it because you don't need Steam to launch a single player game.
yeah. It's sort of like how you don't. I'm gonna put this as basic as possible, but like Minecraft, right? Like you can have your own local server sort of thing, and you
Yeah.
don't need the internet to launch it. You can have it, so I can understand that part. But it's for me. Hey, and Moose, how are you? But for me, it's sort of like, uh, a while back there was that whole thing where like people were very upset with, you'll own nothing and be happy about it, and I get it, right? I get the whole thing. My oh hey Roadkill, how are you? My thing with that is that when I point to that remark, I don't care about the last part. Like you won't be happy, you'll be happy or whatever. My point is pointing that sort of thing out is that in essence there is a truth to it. You do kind of
Well,
own nothing.
because at the same thing, like that has been going on for what, 2 decades now?
I think so,
Yeah,
possibly.
with the digital downloads and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's been around for ever.
Yeah. And again, I get that. And
And like
it would,
so like my thing is I understand that people, want hard copies of their shit,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it takes up space
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
I had like over what was it like I think 80 or 90 PS4, PS5 games. And I'm like, dude, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore.
Wow. That must have been like gigabytes at least at that point, or
Oh,
close.
dude, you like on my Steam, you could literally just scroll down that motherfucker. I have
Jeez.
a SSD, like a 4 GB one that's just filled.
No way. That
Yeah.
I have a little over 200 games, but then again, if I add the games from like the Epic Store or whatever, I'm probably reaching close to 250. But it's and Lavistra says they're trying to make you don't own your games because of driven lawsuit Ubisoft. That's a word there. Guaranteed the game would be active until 2099 and try to take it off. Well, I mean, at that point, majority of people are going to be dead that own games now are going to be dead by 2099. So that'll be up to the future people to figure that one out. But my point is always pointing out that to a degree, it is true. You kind of do owe nothing because you're either licensing it out, which most that's the point you're talking on. Um, but it's sort of this thing where it's trying to point out the matter of value of things because we all value things differently, right? Like you have things in your life you value differently than someone else does, and so forth and so on. But I'm just like, it's not to be mean. It's trying to bring the example of things that just you kind of do owe nothing to the extent of what owning is, right? I mean, we all know owning is like I bought thing, it's mine now. Like with gaming, right? And all the DRM stuff that's just crazy as heck. Um,
I would say the one thing that pisses me off about that is
mm,
like, how they tell you don't own your game and you can't mod their games, but if I paid the money, I should be able to mod your game
well,
to
yeah,
breathe new life into your game.
yeah. I, And there are many games that do allow that. Like there's one game I played called I don't know if it's really called a game, but maybe like a space simulator sort of thing. Uh um
No
Space,
Man's Sky.
well, No Man's Sky 2. I don't know if you can mod that, but there's another
Yeah,
one.
you
It's
can.
called um spaceship something. Space Engineers. That's right, Space Engineers. You can have mods there and all that stuff because I mean Steam allows mods, obviously. Um but yeah, it is kind of a silly thing when they come up to you and say you owe nothing and all this stuff. It's like, dude, just let me play the game and stay out of my way. That's what most people want. Just let me play the game and stay out of my way. But you know how companies get and stuff, and it gets BSy around a bit of a time. And Lab Visitor says the customer doesn't know they bought a license. They thought they bought a digital copy. True, understandable. That states began telling digital stores that by law they have to tell customers in retaliation. EULAs say legal. Yeah, EULAs are something many people don't read, unfortunately. Oh, legal disputes don't have to be done in another state. That's where it gets dumb. That's where it loses me on. It's just silliness all around, to be honest. But I mean, what is anyone going to do at this point? Because usually, most of the time, if you were to say yourself right, try to sue or whatever, or fight back, it costs you a buttload of money to even try. You're a poor man before you even get started.
Right.
Oh my gosh. But look, I get it. I get it. You bought the game, you own the game. Totally get it. I'm just coming from a different space of thought where my thinking is it is in a way true that you don't own anything because if we were to think about life and death and all that sort of stuff, you can't do very much after you're gone. You have the legal stuff, you have all this other stuff. That's a different subject. But you can't really take what you have now or anything future wise with you when it's your time to go. It's just not a possibility. But it's still fun. She's talking to someone else. So sorry about that. But yeah, that is just my train of thought. Nothing against. It's just my train of thought because I think there are more. I feel there are more important matters than the silliness of the world. Well, the driven game lawsuit is winning against the major corporation. Well, if it wins, hey, there you go. There you go. If it doesn't win, well, there's another here you go.
Yeah, and then we're fucked.
Oh well. I think you'll see a lot of people stop playing games to some point. Uh, you mean Extra Lives, not Freeman? Oh, for Sonic, yeah.
No, she plays Mario and calls him Freeman every time she gets a 1-up.
Oh, good. Is that Sonia?
Yeah.
That's all right. She gets a pass. She gets a
No, she
pass.
doesn't. She'll
She,
never get a pass.
oh, all right, Sonia, you're in trouble now. Don't try to say I didn't warn you. But like for me, and because I know for you and the content creation stuff, that's mostly what you do is just gaming and whatnot. But for me, I usually do stuff off the cuff. Like I started out that way. I started streaming gaming, but it really didn't hit. It really wasn't something I wanted to continue because I was like,
Well, like, so I've noticed with certain people it works,
yeah.
other people it doesn't. So like yours, you like you're more comfortable doing like panel work and interviewing people or whatever it is.
Right.
And like for me, I like to play video games and insult people, and it works for me.
Hey, there you go. I I yeah, and it like you said, the conversational stuff works for me. It's the light bulb above your head moment, right? You just do that. You accidentally come across, or you just do this thing, and all of a sudden you're like light bulb moment, and you're like, that's the thing. Um,
Cause
and that's
like me, like I, sometimes I'll do just my game streams, or I'll do
mm,
the game streams and be in Discord and talking to friends and whatnot. But I don't know.
mm,
It just I found that's what I'm comfortable with. I'm
yeah.
sure it could be different, like if I'm not a retard and know how to do, panel work. But yeah.
It can't. I getting into this. I don't know how long you've been. How long you've been doing this anyway? The content creation stuff.
So I did like 2 months on YouTube and didn't like it, and then
Mhm.
moved over here, and I've been doing it for 2 months here.
So about 4 months. Months
Yeah,
is
pretty much. And it,
I.
well, I'd done it before with
Mhm.
Twitch, but then got banned because they don't.
What?
Well, do you know the game Senran Kagura?
It's the it. I think I've heard that name before, but I think it's because all the pretty lady stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they gave me a warning
Mhm.
telling me that the game is too explicit because jiggly titties,
Oh yeah.
and so I modded it and it showed everything. I'm gonna give you a reason to ban me.
And they banned you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's
Oh
the
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, they did. I
Oh
nuked
man,
about 900 hours of videos.
that's too. That's too. I mean, again, it makes sense because you're like, so you want to ban me, right? Well, here we go.
Well, like the thing is it's in their drop down menu.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they
which
were
is
like,
weird.
"Well, it's too explicit. You can't have that." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give you a reason to ban me. Fuck you."
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Is like if you have it as an option and you tell me not to use it, then would you not in return remove the option not to be used? Or or are you telling your people who use your platform that they have to be mature adults to use the thing and just ignore the option altogether? That's the weirdest thing. It's
Well,
like if
it's the same thing with let's say YouTube for example, and you
mm,
show like a game that has titties in it,
mhm.
and they still strike you for that. Why is it in your drop down then?
It- it's it it boggles my mind when you have these companies, right? I'm not sure if there's a personal level that some people do or whatever, but you have these companies that do this thing, right? And of course, Twitch and YouTube are big; they're oceans, and they do these things that are almost so laughable, right? Because you have to laugh at it, otherwise you'd be crying at it. They're so laughable in the sense it's like you have to ask yourself, the first game you're playing in your, oop, I don't know if she's talking to you or not. Mikey, my first stream, I'm banned. Well, it depends. I don't think you will, but always stay away from the nudity, and you'll be fine. That's all I say. Um,
Hey, trust me, if I could stream my adult games on here, I would have hours upon hours of content.
I believe you. I definitely hear the believableness in your voice.
And yes, Sonia, that was the first game I played on YouTube.
Okay. Oh, are you talking about the Senkuren one?
Senran Kagura? Yeah.
Senran Kagura. Uh,
That was
I
also the game that banned me on Twitch.
Jeez Louise. proving proving the point again. Good lord. Oh man, but no, I hear ya. R18 games are a fascination in their own right because majorly, as far as I've seen, they're mostly made in Japan, as far as I know.
Um, it, I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
They started in Japan because of
Mhm.
the whole, hentai shit.
Yeah.
And then so a lot of Western devs figured it out that they're easy cash grab, but they're like,
Yeah.
so like how I'm gonna put it to you this way is you have your FAP games, and
Yeah.
then you have games with actual plot line, story, all of that,
Yeah. So
and
it
then like
sort of gotcha, like gotcha games.
yes and no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There are a few gotcha ones, but there are some that the ones that I like to play are mainly Final Fantasy based,
Right.
and they use the RPG Maker engine.
Oh.
Yeah,
See.
that's pretty much. I don't know. I stumbled upon that rabbit hole like 6 7 years ago,
Ooh. Jeez.
and own about 500 to like 600 of them.
Wow. See the this is a this is a thing that I've noticed, and it's sort of just like beyond the outskirts. It's been a very high fascination in seeing how much people will take a game character, honestly, whether it be from the English, the American side or the Japanese side, and they will R34 those suckers till death do them part.
Oh yeah, instantly.
Overwatch, I think, is the one with the most.
What's her name? Tracer.
Well,
I
I
think it's
think.
Tracer that has like the most out of all of them.
Well, I know there's. I can't. I've never played Overwatch, so I
Or
don't
no,
know
it's
the names.
Mercy. Yeah, it's Mercy. That's the one that's
I don't. Unfortunately,
like
I
if
don't
you
know.
were to go into like a search engine and look that up, yeah, she's like the most. Let's just say that's pretty much kept what Overwatch up.
Oh god, goodness! And the story. I mean, I remember when Overwatch was like coming out in bits and pieces, and they were trying to do like those animatiacs or animation things were like doing that like a story thing, which I never watched through the full of it. Widowmaker and Mercy. Okay, there you go. Widowmaker and Mercy.
I got one of them right.
Yeah, one of them as one half the whole. And it's funny because there's a gentleman I had on. His name is Mugen Lord, and
Oh, I know Mugen. He's cool.
yeah, oh, so then you know what he know his other
Yeah,
side of things he does.
yeah.
I was like, well, hold on a second. How do you know that? Because I, I, I'm not clean. Okay, I'll tell you that I'm not clean. I know about the R18 side that the Japanese side does, but I'm not gonna sit here and and try to explain it to everyone. Um,
Well, to be honest, if you find the banned games that Steam instantly nukes off, those are the better games.
well, it does seem like they get a lot of like these cheaply made
Well, that's the thing. A
R18.
lot of them are cash grab.
Yeah, they get, yeah,
They're
yeah.
easy to make, and some people are too stupid to realize that
Mm.
they're pretty much just replicas of other shitty games.
Yeah, yeah, or really bad CGI or all that stuff. Yeah, it gets pretty ridiculous. But I know yeah, I'm not perfect in this. I'm not perfectly clean in this situation, but it does help. And like when I had Mugen Lord on, and we were talking about stuff because he does make VNs are not games, sort of. They're more like watching movies, but I mean sometimes
Well, the adult games have a lot of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of VNs that
And
are
yeah, I'm
18.
sorry. I will just go read a smut book if that's the point. Like, yeah, no, fuck that, dude.
You
There's
can't.
only like two games that I would ever consist of like buying that are VNs, and it's being a dick, and then the other one's love and sex, which
Oh,
is they're pretty fucked.
yeah, I can understand that. No, mine would have. Mine was Nekopara, to be honest.
Oh, which one? There's like
All of them.
six or seven of them.
Well, there's four before, and then there's an extras one, and then there's going to be another one coming out sometime this year. And well, and
So do they have like an adult version on Steam? Because I know that they sell them on the Switch and the PlayStation.
I on the Nintendo, I don't think the R18 part exists because it's Nintendo. So don't think that's happening. But on PC, there are many places where you can get the extra, the patch as they call it, um, free. I know that up to a point on Steam, they give the patch for extra stuff. Uh, oh come on now, we all know you enjoyed Ravager. I don't even know what that means. But
It is
apparently,
that is a very fucked up game.
well, I know there's rants. There's one that's called rants. That's pretty gung ho on the R18 stuff. But no, I'm just talking about Alex in Wonderland. That's interesting. But yeah, for Nakapara, it's very different because again, um, first off, Nakapara was created by a woman. Let's just straight up say that. It started as a dojin, which was created by a female uh, Japanese Chinese mix, or some would say a haifu. Hey, Gina. Well, I hope you will enjoy staying because we're going to talk about some dirty stuff here, a little bit. But the funny thing is that Sayori-san, who created Nekopara, again, it started as a dojin, a R18 dojin, and then it went on to creating the Vions and then the anime, which was very tame. Because there
Yeah,
is
yeah, they censored the shit out of it in there.
there you can tell Nekopara maybe was a little etchy, but you can tell Nekopara without having to do any of the R18 stuff. Which that was always a weird story I heard was like the that Nekopara was without the Euphoria. I've heard of Euphoria, but I heard it's pretty messed up, so I'm not touching
Oh
that.
yeah, it's a pretty fucked up game.
Yeah, it's
Good
I'm
luck
not
trying
touching.
to find it
Yeah,
uncensored.
the but Nekopara, the story I heard with Nekopara was that it was originally without R18 stuff, and that was added in later. But I think that's not the case. But I'm not sure which story is true. Like it could have been with, and that was sort of but because again, the Japanese is selling to the American audience, and then they get it translated, the wording and stuff, and there's a whole bunch of things within the R18 sphere that's not very acceptable by the manners of because there's very different genres I won't name, because if you've been in that arena with the R18 arrow stuff, then you know there's some things that
It's a
most
if you know, you know.
yeah, you know, because otherwise they'll get blacklisted, basically, and it's just fiction all around. But Nekoparo was pretty much that one, and of course I'm waiting for the next one to come out because this will be the last one. That's what Sayori-san said. That this is her last one with the last one of the story. Not sure if that means it's the end of the end, but it's the last one of the story. And
I know a lot of people actually like those games. Like I've had a lot of people suggest them to me, and I'm like, it's not really my cup of tea.
yeah,
But yeah,
again, it's really just it really is just so on a visual novel, right? You can set it to go like a certain speed or whatever, like having the words go through or skipping whatever, or just because you have to go through the story first to get the uh,
skippable.
animatiacs or whatever they're called, like the animations, the very R18 animations.
So the gallery.
The gallery, yes.
Yeah.
You have to go through the whole story first to get the gallery, and of course there are roads to change. During certain later on in Nekapar, they did make like a road sort of map thing where you could choose a lesser
So
side.
choices.
Yes,
Yeah.
you could choose the lesser. You could use the etchy side, or you could choose the R18 side, which is yeah. I can. There's a point where it does get kind of like no. It gets kind of repetitive, and you're just like, okay, I get it. Let's just move on. Um, Still not disappointed though. But but the thing of it with Nakaparo is that it's probably one of the few that, other than say like, I don't know. Have you ever heard of a company of of a circle, which is a group circle called Tinkerbell?
I think I don't know. I would have to look, man.
Yeah,
A lot of games, man.
yeah. It's just they do VN stuff, but the animations for you just look it up. It's Tinklebell, two L's. That's it, and you'll know when you see it what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's the VN stuff I get. Obviously, it's really just it really is just like an animation of sort, except you get to choose how fast you get to go through with it. So there's
Yeah,
that.
well, I don't know, man. Like I own like a few of them,
Mm,
and they've been some of them have been good, and some of them have just been really bad.
yeah,
And it all just depends on, I would say, who the writer is and if they give
yeah,
a shit.
yeah. That is true. Which I really don't know much by Sayori-san standards, but I mean, they're basically the funny thing with Nekaparo is that much of these cats are based on her actual cats. So she has like a Maine Coon and all this other stuff. So and that's a name of a type of cat. A Maine Coon is a breed. Okay, look it up. Because I don't even want to say, oh, he said the word. It's like it's a cat breed. Look it up. Subverse. It's so bad. Tim Pool ignored the freedom of speech and sued them. Why? Why?
I think it was because he did something with that name, and he tried to sue them, or did sue them. I don't fucking know. He's a
Subverse.
retard.
Uh, I know that cat breed. See, there you go, right there, the Maine Coon. Maine.
Of
Those are kept.
course, the closet pervert would know.
Oh my. Um, but yeah, that sounds weird. He tried and failed. Well, I don't know the story about it, so that's why I'm kind of confused on it. Because I know the game. I know the
That game is
game.
awesome.
I know the game, but
That game
it's
actually has the highest budget out of any of those types of games.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But I just don't know the story behind the Tim Pool ordeal, so that's why I'm kind of like, what does that mean?
Tried to sue them based upon name because he called his fucking podcast that.
Oh, so Sonia, have you played that game, or have you watched that game? That's the real question. Have you played the game or have you watched the game, Sonia? That's the real question. If you've watched, then that's like R34 stuff, sort of.
Well,
Actually, no.
I'm sure she watched in the
I'm
corner like a weirdo.
I'm not, I'm not gonna say I've played the game, but I know what it's about.
See,
Oh,
told you.
yep, I watched it, never played it. Hey, you know what? More power to you. Sometimes you can't play. You can't. I'm not gonna say my response. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, so I'm waiting for the sort of last installation of Nekopara. They did say it was going to come out the 22nd of last month, but I think things changed. Um,
I always see that game, that series on sale
yeah,
all of the time.
yeah. Uh, I had no choice if I wanted to be in the voice chat. Oh, oh,
Well,
oh!
I
I see.
mean, so you could have just not watched and just
Yeah,
not have clicked on the stream, but
yeah.
instead you were in the corner being a pervert.
Oh, I played the game on Hypnotic Discord server trying to get fixed as a mod. Sonya and him at watch. Oh my! Oh, well, the story unravels itself. Sonia, my goodness, fired, not fixed. Oh, so we're trying to get fired as a mod. Sonia and him. Oh, okay. So she cleared it up. He's not fixed, fired. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how you could fire somebody who's not getting paid. So that's weird. Like
I
you're a
don't know.
mod.
I've tried getting banned from that server multiple times.
Hypnotic just doesn't care, huh? But yeah, I do know the game. But yeah, R18 games aren't a weird thing, but there is a freedom to it. It's just this guy. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you, Sonia. My thing is that because of the world, all that stuff. You better come back, Mikey. Oh, you're getting yelled at in chat.
Yeah, I left that fucking boring ass server, and she gets mad at me all the time now.
Oh, the hypnotic one.
Yeah.
What was the? Am I allowed to ask what was the reason why you left?
Levistra's fault. He gave me the simp role for her, and I was just like, "Fuck this, I'm gone."
Yeah, I've stopped. I
So there was no actual issue that I had with it.
right.
And
Oh,
then I
that's
found out that his link expired, so I was just like,
oh.
"Oh, well, I guess I'm not coming back."
There you go. Now I did stop by Hypnotic's thing when he was kind of, grounded for a week. Um when he was grounded from YouTube for a week. But beyond that I usually don't. It's nice. I mean, for me it's nice that he multi-streams, to be honest, because YouTube is not
It's funky right
it,
now.
no, it's not just funky, it's not something to be relied on wholly as a platform. I
Yeah,
get.
that's usually why people do their multi-streaming now is because one can be unreliable while the other one works. But if you fuck around and get banned, then what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, getting called out in the chat again. Man, I'm angry at you. Goodness sake. Um. Yeah. My thing has always been, because again, before even, and YouTube is stupid. Well, we'll get to that point. My thing has always been, because obviously I came to this content creator sphere and all this other stuff. But my thing has always been is like I've seen a lot of content creators who were just YouTube only. Ryan Roger, of course, as a great example, and I um I
Oh yeah,
get.
he's a good friend.
Yeah, I get why. Okay, let me just say off the bat, I get why people stream to you. Don't get me wrong, money and views. I get it, right? If you build a business on it or you're making money off it, I get that. You're gonna fight for it, no problem there. But to just be on YouTube, to just be on Twitch is not a smart idea anymore. I can't. I I stop feeling sorry for the people who can't realize that you now have tools to go beyond than just one
Yeah,
place.
to be able like even shit like Restream that allows you to just do multiple platforms at a time.
Yeah. It, it-
So it's more understandable like if you let's say you were on a laptop and
Mhm.
you can't keep up with the chats of like both of your streams
Yeah.
because yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm lazy. I don't even look at my chat half the time, but I also have a bot to, tell me that people are talking, and then I reply to them.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and that's that again, you're using the tools that are out there to do this stuff. But for me it's just like a lot of creators will put in all the effort to the one place because they know where most of the benefits are. But my issue is that, and this is just my perspective, disregard it if you wish, don't care. My issue is that the now is the time to not do that anymore. You can't just promote one platform anymore out of the many platforms you have. You can't just rely on one platform to be the best place to go to because the other platforms aren't working out the way you want it to, because what you're coming from. And I understand that. I understand that. I'm coming from a place of understanding. Don't get me wrong. But what order of magnitude is the money and reach important when you no longer have access to it?
Right?
Like I get it. Big YouTuber is great. I understand it. You've built your thing over there.
Well, yeah, they're already developed though. But
Yeah.
what if you have that circumstance of, you said
Like
something fucked up and now you're banned?
yeah, Ryan Roger.
And they just nuke you right off the platform like Ryan.
Yeah. And there's no recourse, there's no nothing. You can't get, and of course their stuff is dumb anyway because you're dealing with a bot most of the time.
Yeah, they
But
just give you some automated reply and then, you're
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. And again, it's not just YouTube. Twitch does it too. I mean, we've already seen enough with Twitch. Uh,
I
with
mean, I know I have.
yeah, with all the you going to go for a bit? Well, yeah, we're not even at an hour yet, so we got plenty of time. So don't worry about that. But it's just like for me, for me, just me alone. I don't get it anymore. I get the reason, but I don't get why that reason is still a hang up because I already had Ryan Rogers as a great example. I have other content creators too, especially with the whole uh, report thing on YouTube and all that stuff. Now what's going on with the ye who shall not be named sort of nitwit.
Yeah, yeah.
My issue is yes, if you get up to par where you're like past a million or whatever, and so maybe it's a little hard to get rid of you, but you should never consider yourself invulnerable because if they can get rid of you,
Yeah, yeah. And like I've explained it to some people in Discord before. Like it doesn't matter. Like in my opinion, I don't think it matters how far you have come.
yeah.
Like if you do something and they want to nuke you and get rid of you, they will.
But what there was like one time where using Twitch as an example, there was like one well-known VTuber who got I mean she got back, but she got banned for some odd reason that didn't make sense. And of course, the whole thing with VTubers over at Twitch is just man.
Oh yeah, they don't like them.
Yeah. But these platforms cannot apply their rules they make to evenly. And it doesn't make sense to me. It's just like if they you already see them treat some people better than others, mostly the hot tub streamers on YouTube, Twitch, sorry, on Twitch, right? When
Like my personal opinion on that is okay, you're doing these hot tub streams. Just take your ass to OnlyFans. You've literally got children that watch that shit.
yeah, but the problem is that there's not enough tension for them. It's like the whole Amaranth thing, right? You remember Amaranth and all that stuff. She's still over there, but she has she has different problems now.
Oh, dude, yeah, I was actually watching that the other day.
Oh,
And just like, dude, you are a fucking train wreck.
oh, a train wreck worth millions of dollars.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the opposite of DSP.
Right.
But it's like I get it. Big YouTubers, big Twitchers, I get it. But Lord, please, if you want to protect your content, do not be on one platform. Do not stick with like the whole thing with the Asm Golden Tectone stuff was kind of silly because it's like people are like, oh my gosh, this multi-streaming thing is new. It's like it's not new.
It's not. It's been a thing forever.
Yeah, it's been as long as there's been broadcasting software to well, I'll catch you lawyers loves. Oh, later. Okay. I'll see you later there, Gina. Um, but it's just this again. I used to I don't consume very much other people content anymore. I mean, all I have is YouTube. Understandable, right? Understandable. And more or less, the less of you there, or less, on the scalability or whatever it's called, you're not going to be bothered as much. I mean, if you get on monetization, maybe, but if you're not, you'll be less bothered than say someone who has 10,000, 15,000, and so forth and so on. You're less likely to get hit. Uh, See, you gotta pay attention to that stuff, there, Gina. You're gonna look like an old twisted-eyed grandma. Um, watch me know here for that. Mention that, yeah. But I look. I don't care what other platforms you go to. Look, I know there'll be a lot of people on Rumble trying to bring you over, and that's fine. But I also am someone who's honest about the platform and its discrepancies that other people come from, and they come here and they see there's still some stuff
It's
missing.
pretty much the fucking same.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I experienced that the first of this month
Oh, what do you mean?
with their payment. Yeah, that shit.
Oh, their payment stuff. Yeah, that really needs to get better addressed.
Well, like
Uh,
my issue with it is okay. You have somebody that is pretty much streaming 24/7.
yeah, those ones. Yeah.
No, like me, as in
Oh, okay.
coherent streaming, not the whole you have
Yeah,
a 24/7 fucking hour
stream.
bullshit stream that you're
Hmm.
cheating the system.
Hmm.
And I know somebody that has barely done anything on the platform and made like fucking 20 more dollars than I did.
Hmm.
And I am constantly streaming all of the fucking time.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
Sonya can tell you I don't fucking sleep for shit.
Jeez, get some rest, man. Yeah, I get. Look, I get it. Look, a while back. I mean, I still do to some degree because I've had to kind of change it up because of fatigue. But I've been doing this whole survey, collect feedback, data sort of thing because my issue is that I understand the frustration. Don't get me wrong, I understand the frustration, but I wanted to turn that around and do something with it. Because I think if you're able to collect enough voices and their experiences and whatnot, you can actually show a platform that say, "Hey, you made it to work on this thing." And there are some people who would agree with you. Some people are still having payment issues and all that stuff, and some things don't
Well, my
make
thing
sense.
is like if you have somebody that, works their ass off streaming, and then you
Mm.
have somebody that just doesn't and does these 24-hour, like, let's say these fucking video game streams that it's literally just a time loop.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck them.
yeah,
Don't pay them. Fuck them. They're not even trying.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? As to like with somebody like me that's like constantly streaming that, like I've been on here for 2 months,
yeah,
and pretty much within like the first 2 months, almost at 2,000 watch hours, almost like at 50,000 views and all that shit.
mm,
That's just starting.
mm. Are you in the creator program?
Oh yeah,
Okay, I didn't know. Apologies.
no, you're
Um,
good.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure you saw the new addition of requirement they'll be adding next month. Uh,
The 20 people
unique,
a month or whatever.
unique 20 unique chatters, which is kind of funny. A way of It's a funny way of wording it when it should just be 20. It's gonna be 28 chatters a month, but it has to be someone new. So as far as I understand, it's like you have to have 20 different people come in your chat during the month. Like it can't be the same person. It has to be
Well, I
someone
mean,
else.
like, so like that thing is that's so that is really easy to get around.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You could literally just go make a Discord with, 40 or 50 people and just have them all just go in a circle to each live stream. Just be like, yeah, just say hi.
Yeah, yeah.
But I
It,
think what it's going to do, like later on, is they are going to make these stipulations like they have for YouTube and
mm,
eventually just boot people out.
and there has to be a sustainability to it, unfortunately, and I think
Yeah.
I think people need to
And
understand that.
so I have explained it to people that you're either going to work for it or you're not.
Yeah, yeah. I
If
I
you if you don't like it, then I guess go to a different platform.
yeah I I came into the creator program expecting nothing, although the bonuses have been nice. But if I can't make the next requirement, which I don't know if I will or not, I don't I don't really care, or I don't care because it's no skin off my back. Because the whole creator program for me is a bonus right off the bat. I've been
Yeah.
using Rumble Studios since it came out in beta. I've had the premium, the Rumble Premium, because I wanted to help support the platform and all that stuff. That's all. That's all something else. So the reasons for that are completely different than what the creator program is. If it ends up that I can't keep up with the requirements of whatever comes next, because it will change over time, obviously. I don't care because this
'Cause,
this
like
way.
like cuz you got some people that literally complete that within like 2 or 3 days, me,
Yeah, yeah,
and other people struggle throughout
the
the
months.
month because of, their personal life and all that shit.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with that, right?
No, no, no. But unfortunately, some of them people that, have to do shit like that, they'll probably be booted out because eventually it's just going to get to the point to where they want you on here all the fucking time.
Yeah, because the creator program in its own right, again, how people should see the new requirement is simply it is a business ordeal, plain and simple. This is not against you as an individual, right? You have to understand Rumble, YouTube, all of them, regardless, are businesses. You are taking a piece of the cut of putting in your stuff because you're putting in it for the platform, right? That's as far as I can, explain it. Those requirements are going to change over time, bare and simple as it is, and that's a business decision. They are, I mean, to the degree they are listening, but at the end of the day, it is a business decision because there has to be a form of stability. I don't know if anyone realizes there was a platform called, uh, oh, thank you, sir, I appreciate that. Um, there is a platform called Noise, N-O-I-N-O, yeah, Noice. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. They're going to be shutting down soon. I don't think Rumble wants to turn into that. So they got to do whatever
No, no,
is
they got to do to whatever make them money.
yeah, exactly. Oh crap. Uh hey bulldozer. Um but regardless, like for me, I gotta have the love. Gotta have the love, but at the end of the day, I want to also be about honest about this platform too because I believe in its future. But I can't play the cheerleader when I know some things are going on that to many other people they don't understand, right? Or it doesn't make sense to them. And that's what I want to do with this. That's what I do with my surveys. That's what I do with the Rumble Squared. I do, gathering feedback, information, all this stuff, because I want people to understand that that is done, so that you guys have something visual back, and also that you feel like you're being heard, right? Like I understand the frustration. I know what it's like not being not heard to
Yeah, oh
basically
yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
it's nothing bad against Rumble, but it is kind of like once you start getting more and more people, you start being able to, and especially since they have such a small team. They have such a small team compared to Twitch or YouTube, and they're trying to act like big, big stars, and you can't do that when your platform. Now they are working on the stability of the platform, which is great. That should have been issue number one, but here we are.
So
Uh,
what is it? Like 160 people work there right now?
no, it's actually less than that. It's
It's
actually
less now?
a less than 140.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. There's a if you I put stock into it, right? I put stock into Rumble, or I bought some stock, and I use an app called Robinhood. Whatever your feelings may be on Robinhood, it is what it is. The point of the matter, though, with that is that Robinhood, you can see all these detail stuffs with Rumble, and many other companies too, not with just Rumble, but many other companies. And in it, it does state that they have less than 140 employees working for them, where they used to have like around 160 last year.
That is insane.
And and it's to some people that may look like, oh, maybe they're getting rid of the fat or whatever, and it's possible the bloat, there could have been bloat or something like that. Um, but at the end of the day, though, other people can look at it too, saying that doesn't look good. Less than 200 people. Uh, oh, thank you, Neuro. Less than 200 people are trying to make a platform of millions and millions of users work
Yeah. I
compared
don't know.
to, yeah,
So my issue with Rumble, even though I'm
yes,
on it,
yeah, yeah.
it's way too fucking political for what it is.
Understandable. Heard that. Do you have no idea how many times I've heard that? And it's still an issue they have, but it's their bread and butter,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well,
And
that's pretty much how they started, though. Is
yeah, well, I wouldn't say that's how they started. I think once they attracted Dan Bongino over, that's when it started, and all that stuff. But before we go any further, it is the top of the hour, and so for all those who are joining, and thank you for joining. Um, what I do at the top of the hour is that I set aside some time aside for me and my guests. Sometimes they're creators, sometimes they're not, to promote our stuff, because some creators do it like the beginning of the show, some do it at the very end of the show, which is sort of, if I end at that time, then I would do too. And sometimes they do it sporadically throughout. I've seen a few who do like sporadically throughout, they choose different times or whatever, but I do it at the top of the hour because it's sort of like a timing thing, right? Oh, we've done it this block, let's take a small break and then we'll get to it. And Sonia, or Neuro, if one of you could do both of our links in the chat, that'd be much appreciated. But so, I'm gonna, you know your stuff, so I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then I'll do my thing after that. So go ahead, how you want to do it.
I mean, I all I do is just play, video games on here and
Yeah,
just do a bunch of random game streams at random times. I don't have a set schedule.
yeah. No, I don't really have a set schedule either. Like I have a consistency, but not great one. but uh,
Right.
this there is you explored here. Well, mostly thanks to Neuro, but I appreciate it all the same. So thank you. But there is thank you, Sonia. This is Mikey, but the Goon Room's links. You can give them. I posted on both Rumble and YouTube. I'm not a one platform person. Apologies. Um, but at the end of the day, those are his links. If you want to check him out and see what he's about, I say why not. I know there are some creators that say go follow this person, but I'm more like, look, if their work speaks for itself, then why not? Right? If their work speaks for itself, why not? The bestest and cutest. Oh, now we're getting a suck up. We're getting a suck up in chat. No, don't listen to that. We're getting a suck up. But no, if you want to know where else he's at, his links are in the description down below in Rumble and YouTube. And yeah, if he's worth a follow, why not? Why not? So, for my end of things, and thank you for all who are here. If you're on the Rumble side or if you're on the YouTube side, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated because at the end of the day, um, not only does it help in being seen more, like all content creators want to be, like all content creators want to be seen more a bit, right? Makes sense. But for me, it also helps in having other people on as guests, like the Goon Room, like Mom's Mysteries, who's Gina in the chat on the Rumble side, or Sonia, lovely Sonia. I've had her on a few times. She can be a bit spicy though. You gotta be careful of her.
Oh,
but
she's mean. She bullies people.
well, she didn't smack me around, so she's good.
Well,
Um,
it's because you're nice to her.
well, she's nice to me. But regardless, I do this thing because I enjoy being able to talk to people about whatever across the way. I don't care if you're a creator. I don't care if you're not a creator. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you're willing to take up an opportunity to come on and just have a conversation about whatever. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of content creators who have their niches and do their thing and whatnot. But for me, I do this thing because there are so many people to get the opportunity to talk to. And isn't that something when we can come together and there's no requirement of what to talk about, whatever topic it may be or whatever? It's just about having a conversation about whatever comes your way. And you've already seen an hour of it. For our guests who have arrived here, you'll see more of it. But that's what I do. It's a conversational show. That's what I call it. Some people say talk show. Some people say chat show. I say conversational show because it makes sense, at least for me. But regardless, any help. I think my link is in here too. Yes, I see it. Any help with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated. And of course, thank you to the lovely Sonia, and of course Neuro, who's in the chat, for posting the links. This is Oh, you should just post my link tree to that regard, Sonia. Just the link. It's just the one link down below. But these are my links. One, two. I have in the link tree down below on both the link tree down below. I have Twitter X. I have email. I have uh, a link to Discord, but it's mostly for DMing. I don't do all the extra stuff that most of these creators do because I only have so much bandwidth, and I have a full time job, so I'm really not interested in doing more than I want. Oh, thank you, Sonia. There you go. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, I do this thing because I enjoy it, and I'm glad to have you all here with it, and of course the Goon Room as well. But of
Well,
course,
thanks for having me.
we're not leaving yet. I'm just saying. Um, but also, there's one more thing I do. Um, I want to see if it's still. There we go. Okay. There's one more thing I have, and of course, like I said earlier, I am part of the Rumble Creator Program. And if those don't know, it's one of those things that a Neuro. Can you bring up the other one? Um, the my other link. Sorry, I almost blanked there. But there's another program I'm a part of. The creator program for me on Rumble, see, it's fine. They still have issues they need to get through, but we'll see how long we'll get to them. Another part is that a while back, there's a company called Proton. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Proton Mail, Proton VPN, all that sort of stuff. And a while back, they had were promoting their partner programmer deal. I was like, all right, I'll try it out. Most of the time these affiliate programs or partner programs, they're looking for people with big numbers, big names, all that stuff. So I threw my hat in the ring, and there were questions I couldn't answer. Whatever. Thank you, Neuro. Um, so I threw my hat in the ring. I didn't think I'd get in it. I was like, whatever. I'd probably get a no. Well, 24 hours after the fact, they said you're in, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So it's like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm gonna try. So for those who don't know, Proton, this one link is for the Proton Mail. There's other links too, but I really am just trying to promote one thing because again, mental bandwidth and all this stuff. So what is Proton Mail? So Proton Mail is part of their many other things, but Proton Mail is basically their mailing service, and it's a great one, and I'll tell you why. One of the reasons why that I believe it's great because I use it too. One of it is that they allow you to use alias emails. So what is an alias email, right? You're probably asking yourself that. An alias email is that you get to use a mask of sort. And so that mask will be the thing that the company or whatever takes as an email, and you can use that email, right? And it'll direct to your actual email. However, if this company gets a little spammy or whatever, you can instantly just turn it off and you won't get anything anymore from them because they only have that email. They don't have your actual email. So that's one of the things. The other thing too is that spam. A lot of you here know what spam is like. You probably have like AOL, iCloud, Gmail for those who have to have YouTube, right? If you're a YouTuber, you have to have Gmail and it can be atrocious. A lot of those places have spam and it is horrendous. But with Proton, you barely get any spam. It's sort of like having your own personal bodyguard or bouncer checking in on all these people that are coming in. And even if you do get something in, they'll let you know if it's a phishing thing, if it meets its domestication sort of, however it is for mail and stuff. And it really does help with that. Neuro is in the chat and he has it. And many times he said, I barely see any spam. That's another reason. And the last reason I'll give you is that your inbox is your inbox. They don't scan it for any targeted ads, or there aren't any ads for you to have in having a free account because they do offer a free account. But if you go to this link, you'll see many different things. They'll tell you about why it's good to have it, and another option is they'll show you like a list of things. Like there's free and then there's paid for. Now, obviously, for free you get a certain amount of things, but with paid for you get more. At the end of the day, the reason why I promote this product, not try to sell you something, right? I'm not trying to sell you something because that's what people who are making a full-time living off of this. I don't. I have a full-time job. The reason why I promote this is one, I use it, and two, because I believe it can be beneficial for a lot of other people, even if you only make a free account or just check it out, right? Just check it out. Even if you don't do anything with it, just check it out, give it a look. And if it's worth your time to make an account for a free account, then you'll be able to test it for yourself and find out for yourself. That's why I promote it, because I believe in the product and I know they do, they do their best with trying to protect your info, be security and all stuff. And remember, you're on the internet. Nothing is 100%. If someone on some company is telling you that their stuff is 100%, they are liars. Do not listen to them, and they're probably scammers. But again, go to the link down below, give it a look. If it's not worth your time, that's okay. I just promote it because I believe in the benefits it offers, and I really want to help people out, even if you just make a free account. Because I do get a little something from it. I'm not gonna lie about that. But you know, I'm not the highest marketeer in the world, but you know what? Don't care. All I care about is promoting a benefit for you, and that's it. Everything else is a bonus. Thank you for that. I know that took a little long, but I'm not like Billy Mays, here. Just like, hey guys, or was it, hey guys, Billy Mays here is trying to sell you OxyClean. And the funny thing was too is that he for Billy Mays, he would always say like he would not promote a product he didn't use. And I feel the same way. If I don't use the product, why would I promote it? Right? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, free to look at. Don't want anything to do with it. Up to you. But I offer this because I believe in the benefits it can offer. So there's that. Um, put the chickens away. Oh yeah, Neuro has chickens. I've supposed to be in the ad. Make sure he raids out of my. I'm already done, Neuro. Come on. Goodness sake, you people can't believe in me. Goodness sake. Make sure if I'm late. We're not even going to the. We're not even at the end part yet. I might be doing a little premium stuff just because I need to finish it out. I dislike having to do the premium thing. I really do.
Oh, I think we all do, man.
I mean, I will say this. I like that there's an option for people who want to do that sort of thing, like YouTube, right? You can do a members only stream or whatever, or locals, you can do subscribers only. I like that that option exists. That's an option that should exist, right? I believe we can agree that that option should exist for creators to do. But for a creator program, I get it, but it's just
Oh, dude, it feels like it's just straight gatekeeping you. I feel like it's scummy. That's just
well,
my personal opinion on it.
Well, if it's allowed on other places, then those places would be called scummy too. So I understand it from a creator perspective and a business perspective. But for me, it hinders of what I'm trying to do with this because I don't really care. I don't. I mean, I care to a degree to fulfill my requirements, right? Because I will keep fulfilling my requirements until I can't anymore, obviously, because I want to be respectful of the point in hand. But I don't give a rat's behind about the whole premium thing because I'm already talking to a whole bunch of different people across many different platforms. Like
Right.
I think that would be good enough to be looked at and said, hey, maybe we should work with him. No response in that regard, but I don't care. All I care about is getting to have conversations with people across the way, creator or not. That's all that matters to me. Because the the whole of the content creator sphere, and that includes everything, is Bolshevik. And there are some good things in it. Don't get me wrong, but the whole of the content creator sphere is Bolshevik, and I'll tell you why. Because it's high school drama wrapped with business implications. And there's some stuff behind the scenes that you don't always see. Sometimes a creator will mention or not, but it's Bolshevik.
Well,
And
even being like, let's say like a lower tier content creator with video games and shit,
mm,
and being on other people's panels and hearing shit, you know,
mm,
by pass by and all that.
yeah.
I have learned that most of the people in this space are dicks.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a perfect person here. I'm never gonna claim that. No angel, basically. But it's like this this thing right here, right? This thing right here, this tool I'm using to transmit to you to two different platforms. This this ability to speak to people from halfway across the world. I've talked to people from Australia, Norway, Switzerland, all these sort of different places, and it's all like in one space. I get that opportunity, the biggest opportunity possible. And I have to be drowned out by all this crap that's in this thing before even I step foot inside the door. I don't get it.
Right?
It's like there are times where you have somebody on and you're stepping your foot in something that you have nothing to do with, know nothing about, and then all of a sudden people are attacking you from behind this, maybe not attacking you, but they're coming at you from behind the scenes saying this and this, and you're just like, what does that have to do with me? And it's like, I don't get this. I don't care. I don't care about the politics of the high school drama. I don't care about the politics of the business. I came to here to do a thing that allows me to reach across to people far away or nearby and have conversations about whatever. And the possibilities of opportunity within that are limitless. Limitless. Do you people not understand how limitless this is? Are you all so, not all, are some of you so small minded you don't understand the opportunity it provides? I don't play games. I don't really talk about politics much. I'm not into one niche field. I am everywhere. Well, I shouldn't say that. Apologies. I'm not everywhere. I am in everyone's lane. almost. I could be in any lane I want to be because this thing right here is so powerful and what it can do, and yet we treat it like we haven't left high school. If some of us went to actual high school, because I was homeschooled for most of my life, so kind of different. And we treat it like a barnyard fight where someone just went over someone's property line. You gotta, tag him or beat him to death. I don't care. There's so much possible opportunity in this, and getting dragged by the Bolshevik that is contained within the content creator sphere, or CCS, I call it, is Bolshevik. I don't care. I don't care about being told to stay in my lane. Give a rat's behind about that. I have the biggest opportunity known to man, and you can all whittle your own selves down to the ground. This is not to everyone. This is to the few that want to be like those type of people, regardless. Because I'm pretty, for me, simple as can be. Right? You respect me, I respect you. That's pretty much it. Right? Do unto others, that sort of thing. Right? I'm not. I mean, if you betray, that's sort of a different notion. That's a case by case. But for me, this thing has the biggest and brightest opportunity that I can ever think of ever seeing anyone do. I am not tied to any niche. I am not tied to any topic. I can go pretty much anywhere uh, within my understanding of things, because there's some things I don't understand, but I can pretty much go anywhere. And holy cow, is it wonderful? Is it beautiful? Is it magical? Is it fantastical? And I have to deal with this other stuff that I really don't care about.
Yeah, that's why I stay out of it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I try to avoid all of that shit now because it's too much. It's brain rot.
Well, and sometimes you can't stay out of it because it's like standing on a landmine you didn't see coming. It it happens, and
Oh
for
yeah.
me, and for me, apologies for me. If someone is to come into my chat and ask, okay, so what does it take to be a content creator? I'm not going to say get a mic, get a camera. I'm going to ask you two simple questions. Why do you want to be a creator? And what do you expect to get out of it? Those two questions. If you cannot answer those two questions, don't be a content creator. And I'm not trying to be mean. I want to be that person that's inside the field to the best of my abilities, because I'm not part of some club or whatever. I'm trying to do to my best abilities to be honest about what the content creator sphere is. It's not all bad, don't get me wrong, but a majority of the time you step into things you don't understand, you get rattled at, you're probably going to get hated at, you're probably going to get blocked by people who don't even say to you why they're blocking you. They won't even have a conversation with you behind the scenes, and it'll be private and all this stuff. There will things that will happen that you don't understand, and you will sit there thinking to yourself, what did I do? Well, why can't have an opportunity to make amends of this? What's going on here? There'll be things that will happen that you don't understand, and that's okay. I want you to realize that. That's okay. It may not be your fault. You don't know. And if you don't know, that's okay. But do not, for the life of me, if you cannot answer those two questions I asked, do not take up content creation. And that's not being mean. That is just letting you know that there are things in this thing that, while great, there are things you're going to step into and be brought into, and you may not know how to handle them. And I really want, I want content creation to be the thing where you come in and you enjoy to create. That's what content creation should be. It should always be. None of this backhanded high school drama, business implicated sort of stuff. It should be about because you want to create something, whether it be about a review of movies or all the stuff or meeting friends or doing whatever. It should be about creating, and money got involved, and you see where it goes. I can't do this thing without being a little honest. Even if it means I'm a little naive or I don't get it all the time, I will be honest with you about it. If you cannot answer why do you want to be a content creator and what do you expect to get out of it, then do not be a content creator, because you're going to step in more landmines than you want. And again, other people tell you it's not that bad. They're not being honest about the whole picture. They're not being honest about the whole picture. And you need to be with this. You need to be. Even with platforms, you need to be honest. if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm done with my rant now. I just find it a slightly dishonest thing when people say, "Yeah, just come and start doing it. Yeah, start doing whatever." But you have to be honest about what's implicated in joining doing content creation, and it sucks. It really sucks. I came into this thing not knowing what I wanted to do, and then I found my thing, and I'm like, yes, finally, throughout my life, I've been searching for the thing I want to do, and I found it. And then you get sucked into the content creator sphere. Even if you try to avoid it the best you can, it will happen. And this is just me being honest with you. I can be wrong. Listen to me right now. I, as a human being, can be wrong. But I don't want to steer you into this thing without at least giving you all the information that I've experienced up front, with being respectful to privacy, right? It's got to be that ordeal. Don't become a content creator if you can't answer those two questions. If you don't have an answer for those both, then it won't work out well. The reason why I asked for those two questions is simple. You need a core reason or reasons of why you do this thing, because those will carry you through the tough times. When you're paying attention to the metrics and all that stuff, which I do to some degree, but I don't care as much because it doesn't mean that much to me in the end. What matters is I've had on over 200 guests. That's what matters to me more. Everything else is a bonus. If you don't have a core reason of why you do this, all the tough times that come your way, they're going to be hard. The burned out times, they're going to be hard because if you don't have something that's going to drive you through the hard times, especially with this, even if you just do it as a hobby, it's going to be rough. And that's the honest truth about this. It's going to be rough. You will feel at times like you're being beaten a bit. And I can't only speak from my experience. So I don't know your experience being in this sphere, especially for only a short period of time. But I mean, for you, uh, Mikey, what has been your experience in being in sort of this content creator sphere
Oh,
thing?
it's hard. It is. Like, it's rough, but I don't know. I enjoy streaming my games to other people, which
Hmm.
providing entertainment to people, and that's pretty much what got me through the bullshit from this month.
Yeah.
And even, first starting and then even being on Twitch is just to provide entertainment to people, make them laugh, and
Mm.
that's what I like.
Yeah. I mean, when YouTube first started out, right? I mean, I don't know if everyone remembers, like in 2005, but in 2005 it was just uploading to YouTube, and that was it, right? People would maybe like your video or watch it or whatever, and that was it. Nowadays, you tie it to monetization. Good lord, watch the people throw each other over for stuff. Not all, don't get me wrong, not all, but there are some who will do that. More likely in private, but there will be some people who do that. I don't give a rat's behind. Because I understand at least a little bit of what this thing is, and now that I found my thing, that light is more brighter than what any amount of money. Well, okay, not any amount should be very clarifying about that. But it should be stated that this thing I do has more worth to it than any point of silver or gold because of the connections you can make.
And like, so like me, I've never really viewed it as like a job
Mm-hmm.
and not really a hobby
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, I mean, yeah, video games are a hobby to me, but it's a thing that I love
Yeah.
because I grew up playing them. I've been playing video games since I was 3.
Whew,
I'm
man.
33 now.
Whew. Jeez Louise. It's a lot.
Like my first game I beat was The Legend of Zelda on the NES or SNES, whatever one. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it's the SNES, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first game, and then turned around and beat the second one a year later, and then Ocarina of Time, and then the
Oof.
current game I'm playing now at 10,
Mm.
which was Final Fantasy 10.
Oh, Final Fantasy. Now, see, I remember playing the Ocarina of Time on the GameCube. And this was the Ocarina of Time and the Master Quest version, because there's like two different versions that this box had, and they had two different discs. Um, but I There's some games I enjoyed playing, and others not. You, you know, the games I enjoyed playing more, the ones I could save, and the ones I couldn't save were less important.
Yeah, right. Because it literally felt like a kick in the dick, and then you had to just start over, and you're just like,
Ugh.
yeah, fuck this.
Like Sega Genesis, good lord. Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong, I love playing some of those games, but some of those other games like Beauty and the Beast, which was a Disney one, oh my goodness, it was a game I could not beat. It
Do you
was
remember the Lion King?
I don't think I ever played that one.
You never played that
I
one?
think I think I missed that boat.
That one would literally make you want to just throw your console against the wall.
Oh. Oh man, now that you can save, it's so much better. It's like if you do something wrong, you're like, okay, let's go back to save. Yes, because there are some games that are like that, right? You choose the wrong path, and your whole thing's screwed over, and like, oh, man. But yeah, I even like PlayStation One stuff where you could save it, well, which was great, mind you. You know the things, but I'm so glad it's no longer. You no longer have to have like a memory Uh,
Memory
stick
card?
memory card. That's right, memory card. Because those things were crazy. Now you could just have your computer and it's automatically
Yeah,
like done
save
for the thing.
states. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
shit. That's the easiest thing. They just made it easier. That game, The Lion King. Hey, you could curse in chat. It's okay. I understand. Oh, thank you, Dash. Um, but yeah, it's just as some of these old games I know people like playing it and watching stuff, but you got to be able to save it. Please, Lord, I'm just a simple man. I can't play this game no more. I must save.
Oh, and then like, with coming with saves, I think auto saving is like the worst thing ever.
Well, if you can set when to autosave, that's a different
Yeah,
story.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
completely different. But
yeah.
you have like an auto save right before you die, and it's literally a second reaction, and then you're just like, I'm
Curse
done.
you!
Yeah,
Curse you! You try to get back, and it's like, no! Curse you! But yeah, I don't.
I have had that experience with the Dark Aeons on Final Fantasy X, to where like, because right now I'm doing the Celestial weapons,
Wow.
and I don't remember where all the Dark Aeons are, and then they'll just pop up and just boom, one shot, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I
And
hate
then you go to reload it, and it's right there at the battle, and it's just like, fuck.
I hate those kind of games where now the one game I bought a while back but I haven't played much of is Elden Ring. All right.
Well, I can't
I
play it. I refuse.
I okay, okay, so your experience is going to be like I don't know anything. But
Oh no, I know a lot about it, but my last FromSoft game that I played
uh
besides Elden Ring, because I do own it,
yeah.
got 10 minutes into it, I was like, yep, fuck that. It's like every other game.
Ugh.
Was Sekiro, and I went all the way through Sekiro, and I broke two controllers.
Yeah, I can understand that. The thing it's a Dark Souls type of game which they've already said, but it's so like I'm trying to build I'm more blunt, right? I mean, I would like to do the whole, sneaky and all this stuff, which is also in the way too. Either to you be the blunt or like one hit kill sneakiness, because there are sometimes where you can do that one hit kill if you're strong enough. But Elden Ring is a game that and same way with the Black Myth one,
Black Myth Wukong. Yeah.
yeah, that one's not too well, I shouldn't say it's not too bad. I haven't played it in a while. I even bought the double deluxe edition. I haven't played it in months.
Right. Well, I had that with what is it, Warhammer 2. I bought the collection, and I've got 2 minutes into the game,
Oh
and that's like
man.
a what is it, like a $600 collection.
Holy Lord. Good Lord. Holy crap. No. No. Oh, I look, I felt myself foolish for doing the deluxe edition of Black Myth, but that's just insane money.
There's a lot of DLCs.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Well,
Oh
I
man.
own an IEP, and it's only 4 games. Well,
Mm,
technically there's 8 games
mm.
altogether, but the 4 games are expensive. Those 4 games, I think they're worth around $800. altogether. It's $800.
Oh man. I'm just thinking in my head like the places I could go for $800. Like
And
I
those
could
are just PS2 games.
oh my god dang. Oh man. I could invest all that at God Lord. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh
dude, it's bad because like the fourth game itself is like $230 to $500.
jeez Louise. Good Lord. Oh man. I
And then I think it's the same with Xenosaga too. Like if you want Xenosaga, which is like 3 games,
yeah,
and I
that's
think
true.
the first one's cheap, the second one's cheap, third one's fucking expensive.
Hmm. Yeah, I never played those ones, but I did play the Xenoblade series. Um, the Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, you got Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, and then you got Xenoblade Chronicles X, which
Yeah,
is the one they remade, and everything looks really fucking weird because it's a switchboard.
yeah. I only played one and two. Uh, I really did like the first one. The second one was sort of all right. I do. It was kind of fascinating how they kind of tied both those in with each other. Because I how should I explain?
I would say they are really good games. They should have just chose a different voice actor for the main character because the main character is the most annoying, unbearable piece of shit ever.
Oh, you're talking about Shulk?
The guy that does the diving shit, like when you
Oh, you're
meet him.
talking about Ren, I think it is.
Yeah, whatever that dude's name. I
Yeah.
don't.
That's in number 2. Sorry, that's in
Was it
number
in
2.
number two? Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
guy was fucking annoying.
Well, and part of the problem too is that the dubbing was kind of off at times too. Like you're dubbing a game that's done in Japanese and
Yeah,
you're really not matching either the level or whatever. So it's kind of and it's all English voice actors to a degree. It's all English voice actors, especially for the first one. Um but yeah, it was kind of nice to see them kind of tie it back because again, it was nice to see Shulk and his crew. And the guy who voices Shulk is just it just works. At least as far as the dubbing sort of stuff goes, because sometimes dubbing can work out really well. And then other times that dubbing can kind of go like, I think they should have worked on it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like the second one,
may have been a little more to work on there.
the whole now we're going. No, no, dude, I muted the entire game, the rest of the game.
Hey, look, at least you know what he got to end up with two beautiful babes. Okay, that's no, I'll leave it at that. Didn't get voiced really well.
I don't even think it's worth it.
Well, it is what it is. It is in my book. But but yeah, I enjoyed I didn't play number 3, so I don't know anything about that, but I don't want to. I don't really have a
So
Switch.
I played 3
Mhm.
and hated it.
What's the I know that's sort of like the finale of things in a sense because that's sort of the culmination
I
of
got about 2 hours into it, and I was like, "This is dog shit." It was not good compared to the other two.
yeah, and that's understandable. 'Cause again, I have no experience with it, so I can't speak for it. I just know the two, and I can again I get the voice actor for Ren because that was kind of iffy, but it was interesting how they.
So that game was so bad that I would rather listen to that voice acting.
God dang it. No, that's understandable. I just
I mean, I'm not telling people not to play it. That was
yeah.
just my experience. I mean, if you want to play it, go ahead.
Look, kids,
But
I went
you're
through hellfire for you kids. It was horrible.
it literally just reminds me of you just playing a femboy the entire time.
And then he tries to do the yelling. I'm like, just bring back the the shock actor and have him do it. Oh man.
Now, I will say that if they ever do remake Final Fantasy X, they need to
Yeah.
keep Wadka because he was funny with his racism.
Oh, that brings another game. Did you ever play a game called Bait and Kaitos?
No, I have not.
Okay, there's the Bait and Kaitos that came out before. The one that came out later on was Bait and Kaitos Origins. Um, and I played that one. It was all right. I mean, it's a card fighting game. It's a weird how they have the
And
system.
that is, I haven't played it.
Yeah, it's
I don't like deck builders.
yeah. But I did like it. It has a story wise and stuff. I did like it for that, and the voice acting was fine too. But um, I just figured to ask because that was one of the games that popped in my head. It's like, yeah, that was a GameCube game too. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of games. The one game I really liked that I hope that one day they either do not maybe like a remake, but kind of renovate it, kind of give it more, is Skies of Arcadia.
Dude, I've heard so many people say that. I've never played it.
It's just one of those games that it's in a world where islands float and stuff. Like there isn't like a continent sort of thing. There is, but there isn't. It's not like continents in the ocean. It's more of like cloud above the cloud sort of thing. Um, but the problem of it is that it's stuck in like the Dreamcast, GameCube era. And for me, if I were to have my way, I'd really put it through Unreal Engine like Final Fantasy VII did, just to kind of give
I would
it
do
that.
the same with Ultimate 6. I want those games to be remade, or just that specific game.
Yeah, and sometimes ports work and sometimes they don't. I just like it. Just give me a port of Skies of Arcadia Legends. All right, just give me a port of Skies of Arcadia Legends on PC. Done. You can't go buy out a disc out there. It's so expensive. It's like 80 to over $100 for a GameCube. And it's like, what the hell is this?
And then you got to buy the game,
I
which
like
is
I
also expensive.
yeah I had the game a long time ago, and I was moving past that point because PC and stuff. But I had that game a long game ago, and that's probably the one of the things I shame myself for is like I should have kept it because there's no I just don't see them putting it either porting it to PC or remaking it, and it's like you have the technology to do it. I don't know how long it took them to do the Final Fantasy VII remake. Regardless of what you guys think about it, I understand.
It's like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, and they used Unreal Engine 4 for that.
Yeah, they should stay on it.
Yeah, no, Unreal Engine. Well, I mean, with the new Witcher game, that's going to be on Unreal Engine 5, but that's a totally different subject.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on that shit.
Well,
That'll be a rabbit hole. Don't do that.
the whole of the Witcher games is based off something that's not even canonical to the books. Let's just start that off.
Yeah,
The games have a line of traceability to the books, but they are not on par. Because, again, if you've ever, I didn't read the books, but I listened to an audiobook because
yeah.
sometimes it's much more funner that way. But the thing of it is, though, is that when you listen to the book, and there's supposedly a new one coming out from Sapkowski, a new Witcher book, so I don't know what that one will tell. But you have the short stories to start out with, and then you have the whole Witcher saga, which is Geralt and Ciri,
Yeah.
which the child surprise, right? And so I mean, Witcher 3 kind of hits on those points a bit, but
Well, it was didn't it take place between book 2 and 3 or some
no, no, no,
shit?
no, 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 no. The first game, right? The first Witcher game takes place after the last book, which was not
Oh,
the
okay.
not the last book, because that was like Season of Storms. The last book in the Witcher saga was Lady of the Lake. That was the last
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a while, man.
Yeah. No, I that's why I'm here, man. I'm here to help you out. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I've listened to them, and it kind of just goes in one ear and out the other because I listen to a lot of other shit as well.
yeah, yeah,
So
I
yeah,
understand that. But yeah, it's that's the last in the series, and it ends. Of course, you saw with number two, the game two, that Geralt gets hit by a pitchfork, which is true in the stories, and then they go to a land where it smells like apples. But in the book, that's where it ends for Geralt and Yennefer. canonically. Nothing else happens after that other than ending off with Ciri in the world of Camelot and the Excalibur and all that stuff. Um, but beyond that, there is no more story by Sapkowski of Geralt and Yennefer, and that's where the games take over. They take over in a sort of canonical way, but not, and in sort of the fan fiction of, and they do a pretty good job of it, story wise. But beyond that point, they're really more or less a fictional series based upon the characters of The Witcher. And I have to hand it though, they did get a great voice actor for The Witcher. Doug Cockle. That man made it. That man made Geralt him and
Oh
all
yeah.
that stuff.
Oh dude, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah. Wind's howling. And then the voice casters were great too, like Dandelion, which is known as Yaskir in the book and the Netflix series. I just like saying Dandelion because it is a play on words. Because Yaskir in English, it means buttercup, I think. And so Dandelion is just playing on that same flower sort of thing, like dandelion, dandy lion. Um, so is that. So I liked all the sort of the voice acting stuff from more or less from the games because it's more English, Scottish, Welsh sort of thing, and you only have a few Americans voicing, right? Geralt's one, I think Triss is one. I'm not sure who else is English American speaking. It's English all around, but it's American, British, that sort of stuff. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed. I haven't beaten it, Witcher 3, but
See, my issue with that game is I'll beat it.
uh,
I own the DLCs. I
yeah,
get halfway through one of them, and then I go play something else, and I forget how to play the fucking game, and then I start over, and
yeah,
it is a cycle.
yeah. I usually play on the story one, where it's just mostly like you're here for story and whatever. Because I, oh lord, some of these games they will
Oh, dude,
have it.
that game on the hardest difficulty is brutal.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Gotta
I
use your oils, your poisons. And I'm like, man,
uh
fuck that, dude. I'm good on the story.
yeah. Let me have the story part. Let me just have the
So
story.
I will play on journalist mode. I'm cool, man.
And then we see the witch-haired Geralt riding off into another town. Get out of here. Yeah, I just couldn't. I did like the DLCs though. That's been pretty interesting because in the books, for the Blood and Wine one, Regis is, for all parts concerned, dead canonically, and even though he's a vampire, but in the games, and this has been out for a decade, so if it's spoiling, too bad. It's not like when the Half Blood Prince came out and people were saying Snape killed Dumbledore, Snape killed Dumbledore, like few moments after. I'm like,
It's been here, always
yeah,
been here.
yeah, let's see, good, thanks guys. Um, but what is it? But yeah, it's just Regis dies in the game, but I'm glad they brought him to the DLC, and his voice actor is pretty good. I mean, I like his voice actor; he's really nice. Um, and then of course, I have Shawnee. Shawnee's part of the books and all that stuff. And again, they're mostly English, English, British, whatever you want to call it, Scottish, Welsh, all this stuff. And then you only have very few, just like a few people who do, are American. I've never seen all the Harry Potter series. Well, let me spoil it to you tonight. Oh, well, too bad. Sorry about that.
Oh, she doesn't watch anything good. She likes to watch terrible movies.
I
That's on her.
like what?
Coyote Ugly,
Oh,
Drop,
that's okay.
Step Up.
You
Oh
can.
no, I can. Trust me.
Some people will say no to that because they're hot ladies dancing that.
They're
Okay,
all
just
flat.
well,
They're nothing to
okay.
look at.
But you got to see a young Kirsten Dunst, and you got to see a young Piper Perebo, and
I
and
wish I didn't. They're flat. I have standards.
So what you're saying is you like them a bit chunky. I
I
understand.
like them
Okay.
thick.
You like
Come on, man. I play adult games.
well, you gotta say it thick like you have to say it thick like thick.
Ugh.
Uh-oh. Sir, really? He likes them thick. He likes them thick. There you go. The answer to your question is, does he like them thick? And he says yes. Um, I understand though. I'm not against like there's a certain level of acceptance of thickness. Like there's like hot, all right, and then there's like, dear Lord,
Thick
please,
in the right places.
thick in the
And then
right place.
then
Okay,
there
yeah.
are thick as in they should not be wearing those types
Mm-mm.
of yoga pants
Clothing.
and with their
Mm-mm.
fat hanging out now.
Well, good for him. Well, of course it's good for him. Yeah, having a great time. Yeah, it's just there's some people who just need to be like, yeah, just go get.
It's like your well, it used to be 3 a.m. Walmart trip, and then you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, you should not be wearing that. Who the fuck
Mm-mm.
let you out in public?
Uh, when pants turn into the floss, you know. All right, that's all I'm saying. Oof, ugh. But yeah, there's certain ones where it's same for women, right? Like women are like, the abs and all that stuff or whatever. Um, you mention Henry Cavill, and these ladies will drop their pants and say, "Me next." They will. I say Henry Cavill, and majority of ladies would drop their pants and say, "Take me now," and you know they would. Don't
Oh,
even try to deny it.
you should ask Sonya about Fat Hawkeye.
Are you talking like Jeremy Renner, the Hawkeye?
See, he gets it.
No, I just want to make sure because used to watch a show called MASH, and you have a character
Oh, dude,
called.
Mash was awesome.
Yeah, you have a guy who has a nickname Hawkeye. So that's where I try to clear up the nope. She's not gonna say.
She gets mad when I call Jeremy Renner fat.
I will. Oh, good lord. Hey, whoa, calm it down there, okay?
And then
I
you
know.
got Fat Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII.
Is he? He looks pretty.
Oh no, I have a picture that is literally just him, just fat as fuck. And
Wow,
Masamune looks like a knife.
wow. Uh, okay, because I wasn't sure. But yeah, I enjoy MASH. My mom actually introduced me to that series, and it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I grew up with that and Married with Children.
See, I never watched. I only maybe saw a little bit of Married Children here and there, but I'd never really watched it to some extent, like religiously
Oh,
for some
and
people.
King of Queens, that one too.
King of Queens?
Yeah.
Oh, now that one I did watch. That was pretty good because that's Kevin James, Leia Renner or Reimer. I can't remember how her last name
I
was.
don't remember her last name either.
And
But
then
yeah, it was awesome.
you got Patton Oswald before he became whatever he is now. You have Ben Stiller's dad in there as well. And then there was a lady from Mad TV that actually Nicole Sullivan, I think it was. She joined over there, and she did that show. It's not a bad show. It really is. Just it really is funny to its regard. Kevin James and all that stuff.
I think the best episodes is when the dad is on there.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's hilarious.
and he's living like in their basement and all this stuff. And he's just giving him a hard time. Oh, that's always been funny. But I mean, I enjoyed that show. I didn't watch it religiously. There was one show I watched, and this was on Fox. It was called The PJs.
No, I
Uh,
never watched it.
I don't know if anyone knows what The PJs is, but The PJs was like a clay modelation sort of thing, and it had Eddie Murphy voicing the main character, and it was about a maintenance guy of a projects building, and the interactions with all the different people in there, all different colors and stuff. And it was just funny because it was like I'd never heard Eddie Murphy do something. Okay, well, thank you, Sonia. I didn't know if anyone else knew about the PJs, but it's a funny thing that have like this well-known actor comedian. He's voicing a TV show, and it's claymation, basically. And yeah, it was. I enjoyed it, but it was on Fox, and that was a long time ago. You find episodes of it on YouTube. I mean, if you can't find it anywhere else, look at YouTube first and see if it's there, because you're bound to find something. Um, but yeah, there's so many shows from the '90s. I remember that I used to watch, and it's fascinating how.
Oh shit, yeah, I remember this.
Oh, you do? Oh, you're seeing it?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, yeah. I like the theme song to it. Um, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it was a you could say in its own right, as many people would say of the 70s or 60s, whatever, of television, that it was a renaissance of its own time during the 90s and early 2000s. Because right now, it doesn't really feel like there's a risk of doing something different. And of course, don't get me wrong, claymation would be costly because it takes a long time to do a show like that. Like, you get an episode a week, and they must have spent years shooting multiple episodes at a time to get that done, because it is crazy business. How many uh, little how many pictures, basically, because if anyone doesn't know what claymation is, it's basically you move the object to 1 degree, right? You take a picture. You move it just slightly a little more that degree, take a picture, and you keep doing that process over until you get done with the script.
I
And
heard that it is worse than animation itself. Like when you're
it
drawing animation.
yeah, because not sure about like CGI stuff. I'm pretty sure that might take as long, but it is a labor of love in many of ways for that. Like, I mean, uh Coraline was a claymation one. James and the Giant Peach was another one. Those are movies, by the way. I'm trying to think. The Corpse Bride was another one. That's claymation. Um, and there, Chicken Run. Chicken Run is another movie. If you've never seen it, that's pretty good. Um, and there's just so many others. But yeah, it is a very chicken. Was it Robot Chicken?
Yeah,
Robot
yeah.
Chicken is a whole show that's based on, and it takes quite a long time to do just 30 minutes.
And then they
Like,
do like a lot of Christmas movies, like the older ones in claymation as well.
well, I mean, you got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I guess. That's
I think you had
something.
Frosty as well.
Well, no, Frosty was an animation.
Was it?
Yeah, Frosty was animation, but there was Santa Claus Comes to Town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, um, uh, the Town Without Santa or something like this. And there were a few others. That's all the oldies, like 40s, 50s stuff. Um, insane. But it is a very costly and it is a time cost and financial cost for those type of movies, because of just it basically is snapshot, move, make any corrections along the way, snapshot, move, all this stuff. And it is incredibly long. But if it's good, like The Nightmare Before Christmas, right? If it's done well, it'll show, and it's just smooth as butter. It's just seamless and smooth as butter. Oh yeah, Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit is another one. Uh, Lots of claymation films. Yeah, there's lots of them, but they are labors of love because they take forever. Wallace and Gromit, Gromit, Gromit. Um, uh, Gumby was another one. But yeah. Oh, uh, I think the one of the favorite things of Robot Chicken from mine uh bitch pudding.
I like the Star Wars one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. That's hilarious. Yep. It's funny because some of the Star Wars, they have like MacFarlane voice like Palpatine.
Yeah.
And then there
When
was
he's falling through the chute. Yeah, that
yeah.
shit.
And there's one where he's like like Coruscant or whatever it is, and he gets the call from Darth Vader, Anakin, and he's just trying to do like this whole thing, like consoling and stuff.
And he's all pissed off in the background. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Oh my gosh,
because
Brat,
he's
man.
being all emotional on the phone and shit. And he's like, "Oh my god."
And he's not even saying it, he's just like showing this like hand signal sort of stuff. And then he ends up like, yeah, 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 I love you too. I'm just like, that's hilarious. And then there was like the guy who played Turk in Scrubs. He voiced a stormtrooper, one of them. That was pretty hilarious. Or it was like take your daughter to work day, stormtrooper thing. That was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, I think, and this is just because it's the name of the character, Bitch Pudding, is probably one of the favorite ones because that's voiced by Katie or Kate, Kate, oh gosh, I can't remember her last name, but she was in like the Babylon. No, what was the one with the cyclones or something like that? Um, Babylon 5, I think it is. I don't know. Um, but yeah, she was in that newer version of that kind of TV series, and so, but I just can't remember her last name.
Kate Sackhoff.
Sackhoff. That's right. Sackhoff. That's right. She voices Bitch Pudding, and it's just hilarious because she just goes hog wild with that character, and they did give her some. It has become, I think, at a certain point, it became one of their favorite characters by many because it's just that type of character, you know. Could do whatever and all that stuff, but there's only so much you can do with that character until you hit a wall with it, and it's kind of sucks because when you have a character that's really liked by someone, and this kind of goes with like Family Matters, right? You had Steve Urkel become the main stage of Family Matters. Yeah. There's that kind of thing too. So there's that. But anyway, it is the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it'll be sad to go, but do not fret if you have Rumble Premium. We will be doing a little meme making on the premium side. Again, look, it's part of the requirements. I don't really like doing it, but because I'm still in the creator program, I'm going to respect the requirements that are asked of me. So I'm just going to fulfill the 5 hours I need to and then be on my way because I don't and do the other requirements because the premium requirement is whatever it is. But so we're gonna be doing some meme making at the after the regular show. So if you want to join us for that, don't forget you have to be Rumble Premium, or if you're a mod, you should be fine. You have to be Rumble Premium to join it. I'm not selling Rumble Premium. That's just the gist of it. However, you'll still get the full end of the show. So do not fret. I'm not like some of those people that cut it off at an hour and then have the other hour behind. I give you the full show, and the extra stuff is extra stuff. Up to you. But before we do, we're gonna do a few things. And first, obviously, self promotion. So the Goon Meister. If you want to do it your way, that's fine. If not, we'll just do the quick and easy way.
Well, once again, I play random games on my channel,
Mm-hmm.
random times,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish I could stream my adult games, but I can't because Rumble sucks. That's
Well, I
pretty
mean,
much it.
there are rules. Obviously, there are rules against nudity and stuff like that. So even though there are bikini streams, but that's a different story
Well,
altogether.
I don't know about that because I know somebody that did The Witcher 2 and they got some random titty scenes in it. He hasn't gotten in trouble for it yet, so
Hey, you don't say it, they'll have to search for it. I'm not saying you should disobey the rules. I'm just saying a smart man knows when to keep silent, and that's in many things in life. But again, those are, and thank you, of course, the lovely Sonia for that. Those are all his links down below on both Rumble and YouTube. Again, I do stream to both places because I'm not a one platform person. I think we all learned what happens when you're on one platform. Thank you, YouTube and Twitch. But those are his links. If you want to go follow, go see what he's about. Go follow, see where those links are. And if he's worth a follow, why not? Right? If he's worth a follow, why not? I'm not gonna tell you to follow him. I'm gonna let his stuff speak for itself. Because I believe in that more than rather just tell people follow this person. Like follows don't really don't mean views, more or less. And that's why I say check him out and if they're worth a follow, rather than go follow them, because some people will follow you and you may never see them again. You may never see them again. AP, what's AP? Maybe I don't get what that means. Um, but again, yes, those are those links, both on Rumble and YouTube, down below. Appreciate you all, and of course, from my end of things, right? Whether you're on the Rumble side, whether you're on the YouTube side, it doesn't matter. I appreciate you all the same. If you wouldn't mind, though, leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that happens that helps with the not the engager factor is much appreciated, because not only does it help in being seen more, like all content creators want to be. There's no harm in saying that. It is the truth. It also helps in having other people on, like the Goon Room or Mikey, whichever one, like Sonia, like Tomby, like so many other people. At the end of the day, the reason why I do this thing, the reason why I do this content creator thing, is because I get the biggest opportunity in the world, and that's to get to meet people like the Goon Room and so many others, and maybe like you. I've had people on who aren't creators. I've had people who don't even show their face. I've had VTubers. I've had current and former military. I've had a whole bunch of people, over 200 various guests. Over 200 various guests. I'm just putting that out there. That's the number I care about most. Followers, all that stuff, bonus. Over 200 guests. That's the real number. It's a real metric that I care about. And sometimes I have them on multiple times. Just depends. But anyway, yes. Any help with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated. Of course, thank you to Neuro and Sonia. So let's give a round of applause to both Neuro and Sonia for all the posting they've done. I did Sonia's last, so I'll do Neuro's this time. But you can go to this link down below on both ends. You can find my Twitter X. You can find my email. You can find a link that goes to Discord, but it's mostly just for DMing. I don't have a server. I really only have so much mental bandwidth with my full-time job. I am not in any way going to be making a server. It just becomes more than it needs to be for me. And you hear the horror stories at a certain point. Regardless, you can find my spaces there. Of course, the YouTube and Rumble link are in there too. At the end of the day, I appreciate you all the same. And of course, if one of you could bring up my Proton one, I'd much appreciate it. But of course, like I said before, sounds like a wuss. Oh, throwing down the gauntlet. Throwing down the gauntlet. Oh, goodness sake. But like I said before, I am part of the Rumble Creator Program. Great, will fulfill my requirements as needed, but if any time at all, yes, one of you please bring up my Proton one though, please, and thank you. Um, I appreciate it. It's a bonus to me. If I don't make the new requirement next month, so be it. It's no skin off my back. However, I am also part of another partner program called a Proton. And of course, I've had many people on here who use Proton. Neuro uses Proton, all sorts of stuff. Again, give it a look, see if it's worth a shot of trying. I feel the benefit it offers much more benefit than any of the other uh, free email providers out there, whether it be AOL, Gmail, Google, whatever. At the end of the day, Proton offers a few things that I think mean a lot to people. The position of keeping majority of spam out, the position of being able to use alias email, so you don't have to use your direct email. You can use a mask email, and that will direct those emails back to your actual original email and all this stuff. And if you get rid of that, they won't know the wiser. They can't get to you. Also, the other factor is that your inbox is your inbox. It's not going to be used for targeted ads. They're not going to scan you for all that stuff. At the end of the day, your inbox is your inbox. And they're about privacy, they're about security, they're making a product that benefits you. And I mean benefits you, right? Because I use it. I use it. And I wouldn't promote something I didn't use, because I'm telling you right now, a lot of people, not all, right? Let's make that distinction. A lot of people promote things that they don't personally use. And I personally don't feel good about that. I have with through the Rumble Studio do the campaign ad things, but I personally don't feel great about promoting something that I don't use because I don't drink coffee. And I have Rumble Premium membership, but it doesn't offer very much in the same of comparing to other places. At the end of the day, give it a look. All I ask is you give it a look. You don't want anything to do with it? Great. At least you gave it a look. But they offer free count and they offer paid. Whatever works for you, much appreciated along the way. And yes, I do get something from it. But with how I am at selling stuff and marketing stuff, I don't know. But I promote it for the benefit. And the benefit is for you. And that's what matters most. That it's for you, the benefit. And I thank y'all for that. Whatever. Oh, goodness. Sonia being a brat over there. She calls you being a brat. She's getting a little bratty herself.
Yeah, she's always bratty. Stomp, stomp, slam. That's all about her.
Oh, my goodness. But also, again, tomorrow, and again, I should remind people there will be no Pay It Forward stream this week because I will be out of town for a family event. So Friday there won't be anything from me. But on Thursday tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will have on a gentleman, Paul Hadoken, who's sort of been on Tom B's show, who I've had on as well. He'll be on tomorrow, and like with this show, we'll converse about whatever comes our way. And won't that be grand to be part of that? I also want to thank Neuro for all the the raid sort of thing. Much appreciated. Don't deserve it, but I'll appreciate all the same because I know I do something that's not going to get the big views or whatever, but I know it has importance. I know it has big importance of free flowing conversation and meeting people across the way, whether a content creator or not. It has importance that I see. And of course, my Rumble Squared stuff too, but that's another story for another time. But anyway, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for Paul Hotoken. And of course, the last thing I do with my guest before we head off to the wrap up after this. And again, if you have Rumble Premium, you'll be fine. If you don't, it's okay. You still get this full show. I do this thing at the end with my guest called Questions from a Hat. Now, what is that? I bought a hat from Rumble right here, right? And I've put questions inside it. So what happens is that if you're on the Rumble side, my guest gets 2 freebie questions. However, if you're on the Rumble side, you can give a rant of any amount. Doesn't matter. I've had people spam the dollar one before. You can give an amount of rant, and that could pull out another question. If you're on YouTube, I'm not monetized over there, so sorry. It is what it is. But again, on Rumble, you get to input for having more questions pulled the hat. And the highest amount of questions I've had pulled from the hat was 22 total. So who knows? Oh, you actually you actually get answers. I ask questions and get nothing. What question are you asking?
She has a lot of questions.
Yeah, maybe I'm also talking to someone else here, Sonia. So, cooking up some nice looking steaks. I just had a steak for lunch. All right, it was a cheap cut, but cheap cuts can be good. So there's that. Oh hell no! Hey, calm it down. All right, eat a churro. Okay, it's gonna
Tell
be
her to eat
okay.
a Snickers. She likes that.
I could turn this really bad and tell her to eat something, but I'm not going to because I'm a gentleman. I wouldn't do that. Maybe. Anyway,
Yeah, you hear
anyway.
that, Sonia? Eat a dick.
Well, not even a reply to that. Anyway, anyway, I'm gonna get the first question pulled out, and here it is. Here's the first question. We're gonna see what it says, and this is for you, Goon. Um, what's your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
Video games. Adult games, actually.
Adult video games. Hey, Ramrod. Oh, thank you, good sir. I hope you're doing well, good sir. I know a while back you were kind of having some things going on, but I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Um, Knew that one. Hey, hey. We all love you all the same, Sonia. Just don't trip over your own face. Rude. Rude! Girl. Watch it. Alright. Yeah, that's the I usually just watch again, much as I like to be watching stuff on Rumble, more times than not, I'm watching on YouTube because it's just the stuff is there for right now. Um, is what it is. But they are working on content discovery on Rumble. We'll see how long it takes for that to happen, but I imagine since they're talking about it, it must mean that it's getting important. So, um, if you saw my surveys, you know that was sort of a big thing for the past few months, and I'm glad they're taking on that effect. So, but anyway, second question number 2, and that'll be the last one, unless someone gives a Rumble rant. Here we go. If you, thank you.
Oh, of course. Of
No,
fucking course.
you don't get to ask the questions. I get to ask the questions. All right. That's not how this works, Sonia. All right. You give the money, but I get to pull the questions out of the hat. We'll see if it gets better now. But I will do something for you. Yeah. Hey now, hey. Do that
Oh
off stream.
no, that's how
Do
me
that.
and her fuck with each other, man.
Just do that off stream when no one's watching you and hearing you. Anyway, we're gonna do this though. There we go. There you go. Look at that, Sonia. That's for you. That's what all those little colorful notes on the wall. They're all Rumble rants. But here's the. Okay. Here's this. Oh, come on. I got.
It crashed.
Yeah. They're working on it, but it's taking too long. All right. Here's the question: if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be with, and why?
That's a hard one.
Any historical figure.
Hitler.
Now you get to answer the why part.
I want to know why he became so twisted.
A, reasonable, but still on thin ice for that. Oh man. Oh Lord in heaven. Okay. All right. Because of Sonia. Oh, good Lord. She
Oh
she
my
is.
god, she's just doing it to fuck with me.
Hey, you know what? More than merrier, right? All right, but she does get her name. She does get her name. So here we go. Before I pull out another question for you, Sonia. Right there. Look at that. 2 names on the wall. Okay. Question number 3, because this now is 4 questions. Question number 3 is she did it again. All right.
Yeah, she's gonna keep doing it.
What is something your brain wants to convince you to do, but you have to fight it?
Wake up.
Wow. That got dark quick. Good Lord.
I meant sleeping.
Oh man. I could be taking a dark way. Waking up. Wow. Is that life that bad for you? You have no idea, man. You have no idea.
Right?
And there you go, Sonia. Uh Good Lord, woman, calm it down. She is what did you do to her?
She asked me like 36 questions and I kept dodging them.
All right, good Lord. Don't try to overkill me here. All right, so this is question number 4. That's 5 questions so far. So thank you, Sonia, for that. Question number 4. What's your favorite day of the week?
Saturday.
Hold on. I can't. That Saturday makes sense though because it is a weekend. Um, she's gonna kill us.
Yeah, she is.
Oh Oh man. Okay. I get it. I'm gonna start doing it in. There you go. Right there. Gonna rest my arm. Okay. So that's okay. Again.
Told you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 2, so that's 7. So we gotta get up to 7. Good lord. So I'm up to number 5. I'm up to number 5. I'm gonna make it. Here's number 5. What is the weirdest superstition you've ever heard?
The flat Earth shit.
Is that a superstition?
Oh yeah.
6. Oh, 6 additional so far. Okay, so that's 8. 8. Oh, 9.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, good lord. She's. I see. I tell you, they can spam it. So we're up at 10 now. So I pulled out 5. Mom, I need some more paper. Sonia, calm it down. 7 extra. I know. Oh, 9. It's 9. It's 9. Okay, so 9 total. All right. Please, dear Lord, Neural, keep count. I need your help. I need your help. Okay. I gotta write her down. Okay. Yeah, it'll backfire for her because her wallet will be empty. Goodness sake. But she's doing it too, so maybe she's pacing
Oh, I'm
herself.
talking about our voice chats later.
Good lord, Sonia! Good lord! I can't write down as fast as I can pull out the questions.
Neuro, you could time her out forever. Just saying.
No, don't time her out. Come on. Let's not do this. Okay. Gotta be reasonable here, but good lord, no, Sonia, take a break. Please. It's like after I know you're supporting, but it's like after the first date, you went upstairs and you ain't quitting, okay? I need a breather. Someone's not gonna get that. Okay. Okay, hold on. Neuro, keep count. Dear Lord, keep count, Neuro. If you're still there. Okay. That's we're up to okay, that's got up till I think 11 now. Okay, here's question number 6. Oh. $8, 8 okay, thank you. That's 10 total. 9 or up to 9. Okay. Um Up to 9. Okay. Here's question number 6. Question number 6 is, do you prefer to shop online or in stores?
I prefer to shop online. I do not like people.
I understand. There's sometimes people like to do in stores as well, which is understandable, but it's all about that. Like buying a computer piece, it was nice to do it in store, but there's
Well, I mean,
only
if you have like stores
6.
that would give you bundles for like let's say computer shit,
Mhm.
and then yeah, it just makes it easier. But some of them stores you got to go in person, which is kind of
11,
meh.
11, 12, 12, Lord on heaven. She hates you. What the hell?
Oh, she'll do it to torture me.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to if I run out of questions for this, that's the end of it. All right.
How many do you got left?
We're going to find out tonight, aren't we?
Apparently.
We're going to find out tonight. We are going to find out tonight. Okay. So it's 2, 4, 6. I got 8 right 7. All right. 7. No, question number 7 right here. 10 extra, 12 total. We're at 7, so I got 5 more. What is something true that nobody agrees with you on?
Adult games.
What do you mean? Like, we gotta explain it. What do you mean?
So a lot of people at surface level will tell you that they are fat games. A lot of them aren't.
Mhm. I can
And
agree with
I
that.
have that argument with people on X a lot.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, to some degree, that is true. I
I
won't
view
argue with
them
that.
as an art form.
Well, yeah, so do the creators, but I mean, sometimes people like to dalliance with their art form a bit. So, just saying. All right, ain't no ain't no thing with that. I think I have to sign another one. I feel like I'm at like a con and I'm signing my name too many times. I think my hand is starting to cramp up. but this is mostly just signing for Sonia. There you go, Sonia.
She's evil. Yes.
She's all right. So we're at 2, 4, 7. So we're gonna go to question 8. Neuro, how many are we at, please? So here's number 8 right here. Time out, another mod of principles. That's about it. No, it was a joke. It was a joke, obviously. Would you rather read a book or watch a movie?
I would rather read a book.
What's that?
I don't know. Movies are just really boring to me for some reason.
I can understand.
I
that.
think it's more of I would rather use my imagination for the book than actually watch a movie. But it depends on the movie itself, though. I don't know. It's kind of meh to me.
13 total. Here you go, Sonia. So 13 questions. So I'm up to question 9 now. So we got 4 left to go. We're gonna be here all night. All right. This question is: do you prefer cats or dogs, and why?
I actually like both.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now why?
Because like I grew up with both.
Mm.
Like growing up, I had cats and dogs. But if I were to choose, it would be dogs.
Now, why choose dogs over cats?
Because cats are dicks. And like a dog, you can train it, and it will be loyal to you if you're not an asshole to it.
I think there's a cat in this chat. You need to Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, my mistress. Hold on. Jeez Louise. All cats are dicks. Yes, but I have deleted posts from mods, mostly my own. I understand. Okay, so
Oh
now
no, that was just purely a joke, man. Yeah.
there
I
you go.
time people out on my chat because
Mhm.
I think it's funny, but most of the people that I time out are usually moderators, so yeah.
Yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Here's 10. This is trying to catch up. Do you prefer sweet or salty snacks?
Sweet.
Can't go wrong with that. I do like a mix though. I like a mix of sweet and salty because sweet and salty works together well. So
See,
there's that.
I'm like one of those weird people that don't really eat snacks
Mm-hmm.
or candy.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of
It's
candy.
not. I'm not saying that's weird because I mean there's plenty of candy out there that has a lot of bad stuff in it. But
So
uh,
like chocolate, for example, I don't like American chocolate. I like, Swedish and Polish chocolate.
mm. Oh, well, it makes sense because it's less stuff in it, chemical wise. Ask him about vegetables. I was gonna ask you about vegetables, but that's ungentlemanly like. So I'm not gonna do that. Um, what is your least favorite word to say? Good Lord, Sonia. What is your least favorite word to say?
Moist.
I don't know if I'd say moist for me, but I can understand for some because it's just got that weirdness to it. Sooner or later, she's gonna get timed out by Rumble for all the twos she's given. I'm sorry. Uh, I had a joke, but just know of channels where the mods play games, breach of ethics. Yeah, definitely breach. I've been on the other side of that too, where someone was a mod for a channel that wasn't theirs, and they temporarily banned me for something that was outside the scope of the channel. Had nothing to do with the channel at all. And that's an abuse of modding power. And I disagree with that. I disagree with that. And wasn't even a mod. I was just a person, just dumb. Um, if you could rename yourself, what ridiculous name would you choose?
Fuck you, Sonia. Honestly, I don't really know.
Well, that can be ridiculous or silly.
Moist. Just for her, because she hates that word.
Lord in heaven, mana is coming down, but I didn't ask for it like this. Lord, please. Sonia, it's either she must love you or must hate you because, good Lord. All right, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we're at 13 now. So they've got 16 total to worry about. So we're getting there. 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. If you were a sandwich, what kind would you be and why?
Salami.
Why?
Because I like salami. That's clippable.
You just like the elongated meats. I understand.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I don't judge. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. It's cool.
I was talking about meats. I wasn't talking about anything about that. What the hell's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
okay. Sure you weren't.
Man, I am trying so hard here. You have no idea.
She's evil. I told
She
you.
she's not evil. She
Oh,
is
she's evil.
she's supporting, but goodness, girl, can you take a break? Is this what it's like to be with a Latina girl? They overwork you so hard that it just goes, limp. I'm just saying. Okay, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Because I think we're at. I need a total count, Neuro. Um, let's see. 17 total. Good lord. What's a book that changed your perspective on something? Since you read.
The Game of Thrones books.
Really?
Yeah. I read them a long time ago, and that's actually what got me into reading books. Was those
Interesting.
books. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know some people are still waiting on whatever book is supposed to be coming out from the author, but yeah.
Yeah, time will tell on that.
He'll most likely be dead still trying to write it. Okay. 17 total. We're on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 3 more to go. Oh Lord. If well, two after this. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you at the pearly gates?
Get cast down to hell.
Wow.
That's where you belong. With all the other degenerates.
I saw that game you played.
Yeah, right.
Kitty Lick Lick. That's not a good game to play.
Right.
Kitty, I don't remember playing Kitty Lick Lick. Are you sure it's not someone else? I saw your isn't it buy 10 get 2 free? No. Goodness sake. Oh, Lord in heaven, Sonia. Look, I love you, but man, you are riding high. You are riding high and I am feeling it. All right? International copyright laws might fine you for that thumbnail. Oh my goodness, Goon, they're trying to take you down. Trying to take you down. All right. Well, now we're up to 7 to 18 total. Woohoo! Oh man, she's trying to beat the record for you. All right.
She's evil.
What sound do you hate to hear?
Anything with pop music.
That's more music, but okay. I get it.
Their voices.
Well, it usually just sounds like the same now. Basically.
Yeah, that's why I hate it.
Good lord. She's gonna. It starts with 2 questions. Yes, 2 is free. The 2 freebies, and then everything else out is a Rumble rant. All right, on to question 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. We're on to 17. What's the weirdest food combination you secretly love?
Salami, pickles, and mayonnaise.
On to the next question. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Here we go. Here's an easy one. Do you prefer coffee or tea?
Coffee. I hate tea.
Would you like it black? Do you like it with stuff in it? What?
Any. Speaking of that, I'm gonna go get one.
See, Sonia, he likes his coffee black. You should be proud of him.
Clearly Latina, actually.
She won't get that hit though.
No,
2,
she's
4,
retarded.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, so 19 total. So we're on 19 now. Whew, I'm glad I could catch up. 19. What sound do you enjoy hearing?
Sounds as in, yeah.
Like
Electric
it's
guitar.
electric guitar? Nice.
Hmm.
Oh, nice.
Well, until it's out of tune, and then it drives me nuts.
Yeah. Oh no, that does make sense though. Like no one's gonna listen to. It's gonna be very weird. I'm tapped out. See, look, she gave up.
Good
She gave
girl,
up.
proud of you.
Yeah, she gave up. Thank you, Sonia. No, look, believe me, I was already tapping out, but you wanted to keep riding that ride. Okay, I'm gonna let you, but things aren't gonna be working right after a while, so you gotta be careful. Um,
Fucking rude woman. That's what she is.
oh goodness. She's all right. She's a good egg. All right. So 2, 2, 4, 6. Oh,
Really?
never mind. Never mind. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 19. One more? One more? You want to do one more? Okay, let's do one more. All right. Now we're at 20. 20 total. 2, Sonia. Sonia's gonna be all over my wall.
Yeah.
And not and in a good way. All those never mind.
Oh, really?
There we go. Well, her name will be on the wall, so there you go. All right, question 20, because this came up. Okay, so this will put us even. Um, if aliens landed and demanded one person to represent Earth, who would you nominate?
Donald Trump.
See, now that one I can get. All right, I can get. Sonia is not backing down. That girl, she says she's tapped out, but she wants to keep riding. I'm like, all right, girl, we're gonna see how long you last this time. There you go. It's part of the ordeal. I gotta keep showing. Now, at least we're caught up though, so we can
You
do
should
one to
ask
one.
her about the room with the 100 wieners. She likes that.
She's a wiener. All right. What does freedom of speech mean to you?
The right to be able to say whatever you want, not like, necessarily like with racism, but just you should be able to say what you want, as in if it offends somebody, you should be able to say it, which I know that's kind of contradictive, but
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, I mean
Somebody
it's.
should not, be a twat to you just because you spoke your mind. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Well, I mean, again, it's freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences. That's where
Yes,
that's where that
yes.
line is drawn. If you say something that's going to be, oh, good lord, I feel the show has gone off the rails. Sonia, Sonia,
But
I need to stop.
so yes, the whole, consequence thing, but I'm just saying, like, you tell somebody to pretty much fuck off and somebody
Yeah,
gets offended over it, you
yeah,
should be able to say that anyways.
yeah. Regardless, you should be able to say that.
Oh my god, stop.
She doing it? She doing it again? Stop. So last time it was 19, 21, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 24. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. Oh, three more to go. Is it two per question? No, it's whatever amount you want to donate. Hey, Putinbot. Uh, $2 is just $2. I mean, it's whatever amount you can do 10. I don't care. What's your go-to comfort food?
Macaroni.
Oh, have you ever tried it with bacon?
Yeah, I have. It's
Oh
delicious.
yes. Oh yes. Hot
And
dogs
then
used.
and then like if you throw potatoes in there, oh dude.
Ooh, I would do like hopefully they're soft serve because chunky hard ones are not fun. Um, but I do like with bacon. My mom would do like with hot dogs or kielbasa, which was never fun. Ugh,
Yeah,
no,
I've never really liked hot dogs in them, but yeah, mashed
yeah.
potatoes. Yeah, we're talking there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, 22:40. I'm getting there, man. Keep counting for me, Neuro, because I'm losing count.
She
Uh,
doesn't like bacon. She's one of those weirdos.
she doesn't like bacon.
No.
I was gonna say something very ungentlemanly, but I'm not going to. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Oh, well, we could use this for example. Content creation. When somebody hates you, let it go.
Yeah, yeah. Let it go because it's not worth it.
It's not worth the drama.
None of the drama and BS, either in front of the house or behind the house, is worth it. Because I'm telling you right now, find your reason of why you create and stick to it. Because dear Lord, that's mostly the only thing that's going to carry you through. And like I said earlier, it's Bolshevik for what a big chunk of content creation has turned into, and majority of it has been about money. And I could give a rat's behind everything beyond the
So
converse. Sorry.
I have always told people this, that the money is secondary. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to create something entertaining to somebody, that is literally why I do this, is because I want to make people laugh and give them a space to
Mm,
where they can enjoy, the content or just the wild conversations that I have with some of my
mm,
friends.
yeah, yeah. The reasons are going to vary between people, but that shouldn't matter. What matters is why you do it. Why you do it is more important. It is more important than any affiliate, than any partner program or creator program, or any amount of money you can get. Because if you create and all you want to do is make money, 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 or views, and all this stuff because it leads to that money, stop. Just stop. It's not gonna lead to anywhere valuable enough to keep going. Because now that's an interview. That's not. You'll get interviewed all right, and you paid enough for it too. So watch your buckle. All right. Here's the last one that's been paid for. What is the greatest risk you have ever taken?
Does it have to be PG?
If it's not, don't worry about it. Just say it, whatever the greatest risk is. Say it. 2, 4, 6.
Fucking in a church.
Wow. Good Lord. And that's like this is like
I
a.
was not a very good teenager.
Oh, so you were a teen at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Was this like someone that's not anymore, or was this like someone just like a one-time ordeal?
It was one of my exes when I was younger, and I hated my dad's side of the family. And they forced us to go to church, and the
Yeah,
girl that I ended up doing that with
yeah.
had the same problem in her family. Wouldn't necessarily call it a problem. It was more of
Mm,
my family being like super religious.
yeah, I understand it. And so it's sort of like you guys had a commonality, and it was just like,
Yeah.
why don't we do this very rebellious thing that will get our parents angry at us, sort of thing. I mean, I don't know if they got angry at you, but I mean, it's what it sounds like. Did
Oh
they
yeah. I mean, we got caught, but it was worth it.
see? There's that little rebelliousness I know of. I've never done anything like that, so don't take me to credence with what I said, but I can understand the rebelliousness because it's only wrong if you use. Oh, come on, Neuro.
Who
That's
said we
not.
did?
Oh, goodness sake! Now that you said that, Sony's like, wait a second, where's the church? I'm joking. It's a joke. Good
Well, I
Lord.
mean, I'm off the hook. She likes black guys, so it's cool.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, I did not know that. Well, there you go. We all know what Sonia likes now. All of us are out. I'm just a white dude with a good looking face. That's it. That's all I got. I'm just joking.
Hey, you started it. You're the one that
Hey,
wanted to ask all these questions.
girl, you got what you paid for. If you didn't like what you paid for, you shouldn't have paid for it. Okay, so the final count is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 21, 24. Sonia, I just want to let you know something. You now hold the record for the most rumble questions asked out of a hat. Now, yeah, of course, I can discount the two. I can discount the two, and that's 22. Well, which would put you, but I did count the two freebies for the other one. So you, Sonia, are the top question asker for this one. So everyone, let's give a round of applause to Sonia. She's probably much poorer than she was before. She'll probably feel it tomorrow. But let's give us. Oh, never mind.
Really?
25 it is. All right. She wants to go for it. She sees the gold. Oh, man.
Now you're gonna end it with an odd number? That's weird.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Here we go. Watching a movie. All right. I'm not worried. Okay, girl. What's the most absurd thing you believed in as a child?
People.
That's vague. That's vague, but I'll bite. Why do you say people?
Oh, my dad was a piece of shit. So, yeah.
I can understand that. 26. Good Lord in heaven. Sonia, I love you. You know I do, but you know what? I'm not going to argue with it anymore. Go for it. Sonia, I wish you would do like a 10 or 5, please. Not
Oh,
a
don't say
2.
that because she actually will.
Make it 100, Sonia. Make it a. Okay, there you go. I've done them all. I've shown you on the screen. Okay, here's another question. Here's the next question online. 26. All right, 26. Here's 26. If your content were a cocktail, what would it be called, and what are its ingredients? Mother fudger. Okay, all right. Okay, but anyway, the question is, like I said, if your content were a cocktail, what would it be called, and what are its ingredients?
Um,
I assume you drink alcohol to some degree.
I actually don't.
Oh, never mind. I apologize. Oh, she did $1. Okay, that's kind of backtracking. Okay, you could have gone one up. But what would your cocktail be in its ingredients?
I would say it would probably be really disgusting, but Jaeger and Everclear.
I know Jaeger, but not Everclear. I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's foul.
I'm already starting to feel foul already. Thank you, Neuro. I'm losing my mind at this point, and I still haven't even gotten to do. I think you know what? I think I'm gonna skip it because I can get it done within a month. Not that issue. There we go. So 29 total. Let's count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 22, 26. I'm a little behind. 26. Okay, here's 27. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
There we go. 27. 20, 28 right here. I won't do
I
that one.
prefer them to be cut up, so them being a sandwich would be a no for me.
He said no. So Sonia, cut up those hot dogs. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Why purple?
I don't know. I just always liked it.
Does it have nothing to do with Prince, right?
No.
Oh, thank
No.
goodness. All right. Purple rain, Purple rain.
No, I just always like it. Growing
Mhm.
up, this is my favorite color.
All right, question one number 29, since I am counting. Window seat or aisle seat when traveling?
Window.
God, mother fudging grateful beyond all doubt. So window. What? Do you not like the aisle?
Um, so when I was younger, I used to travel like flying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I just preferred, looking out the window because if I was always in the aisle, I would just fall asleep from
Oh,
boredom.
that makes sense. I mean, it's when you're driving or when I'm driving, and it can get difficult after a while because you're driving by yourself and you feel that tiredness, and all this stuff. Calm it down, girl. Calm it down. I love you, but calm it down, okay? No need to get nasty in the chat. Goodness sake. You kiss your mother with that mouth? Goodness. All right, let's pull question number 30. Okay, because I did question 29. Question number 30. Not ever once. Well, I didn't say it like on directly on the mouth, okay? That's no. All right. Here's question 30. If your pet could talk, what's the first thing they would say to you?
Feed me.
How am I not surprised with that one?
Oh,
Sounds like
dude. I have two Rotties, man, and they're all about food. They only come around when they want food.
well, that sounds like what some people say about their cats too. Like
Well, I mean,
the
my dogs love me, but still, they're just I don't know. They're fat asses, man.
more food, more food.
Yeah.
6, 8,
And then when you feed them, they still come and want more food.
2, 26, 30. We have reached the pinnacle. We are at 30. Love you. Oh, I love you too, Sonia. Even if you are making this a wild, crazy night, you're beautiful. Love ya. You're always welcome back. Doesn't love me. Well, you gotta give her like a churro or something sweet. Uh,
A kick in the ass? Yeah.
maybe. You know what? I was gonna say that, but sometimes need to give her a little thwonk on the thwonker. Um. All right. Well. Well. If there's nothing more, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you the best prestigious award I can give. I don't have an award to give. I apologize. But the best prestigious thing I can give, Sonia Lysette is the new record holder for questions asked from a hat. 30 total questions. That's including the 2 freebies. 30 total questions. Let's give a round of applause for Sonia. Her bank account is looking pretty low and all the goodness, but I appreciate you, Sonia. You're a lovely lady. And she found the loophole to keep going. So you have to give her credit for that.
You
All
have to
right.
call her upsetty spaghetti.
I'm not gonna do that because I like to go to bed at least sometime soon. I should have went to 36, but I'll take it. Hey, you know what, girl? You have at it. You take it. You take it. As is. Gold star. Everyone give a round of applause to thee, Sonia. I will make sure that pronouncement is made clear on the on Twitter X that Sonia Lysa is the new record holder for uh, questions from a hat. Congratulations, Sonia. Maybe next time you'll beat your own record, or maybe someone will beat yours, but you hold that record. Actually, you know what? Because of that, Sonia gets a fancy gold star and gold moon. Look at that. Look at that right there. That is that is for you, Sonia. You get a gold star and a gold moon. Very, very well. All right, you get them. That's all you. All you. All right. Well, okay. Well, okay. That was a fun night. But okay, we will do a little bit of the premium, to maybe do 1 or 2 memes, and then we will head off because I do work in the morning, and I do have to set up for tomorrow's stream. So there is that. But I appreciate you guys all the same. Again, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be having on Paul Hadouken. It's spelled as how it sounded. Um, he will be on. And again, I will not be here Friday because, again, I will be out of town. So there is that. But I also want to thank my lovely chat and my lovely mods as well. Thank you, Sonia and Neuro, for all the hard work you do. And of course, thank you, Neuro, for the earlier stuff. And of course, thank you, Goonie, for coming on. You're always welcome to come back on, my dude. Never not a time you won't be welcome back. So there's that. Oh, thank you. Ah, to death. How are you, good sir? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Much appreciated. But we're gonna go to premium, guys. So again, if you have Rumble Premium or a mod, you should be fine. You'll get to see a little bit, and you get to see what it looked like without the glasses. So a little extra to your side there. But if not, again, oh, thank you, Sonia. Much appreciated. But again, even if you don't, even if you don't have Rumble Premium, you still get the full show, and we end out with the song I always end out for the show. And again, don't forget our links are down below on both Rumble and YouTube. Obviously, I do post my stuff to both ends because of okay. Now I got to clean up. Oh, and thank you for that, Sonia. But of course, as always, Neuro. Um, if you're there, I'll let you choose who to go out to, raid out to. But for those who are willing to stay, you're going to see some amazing stuff. So thank you for that. Oh, thank you for that too. So anyway, Neuro, I'll let you decide who to raid out to. I'm going to leave that up to you. But regardless, this was great. Yes, and you were great as well. Thank you, Sonia. But regardless, I end the stream. Of course, again, Rumble Premium, stay for the wrap up. If not, I end the show with One Day With You by Pogo. And again, don't forget, Goonie, to mute your mic from your end as well. And I shall see you again tomorrow. And thank you all for being here. Whether you return again or not, doesn't matter. I'm glad we got to spend some time with each other. See you next time, everyone. Bye.